That roll is the finest purchase of D&D excellence.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to High Rollers D&D with me, your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. It's time. It's Sunday. I'm with my pals. It's time to play some D&D.
D&D.
I'm joined this week by... Hello. We got Rhiannon. We got Chris Trott. We got Kim. On the other side, we have Tom Hazel and we have Katie.
Hey, what up?
What up, gamers? Welcome, everybody. Before we jump into anything else, I want to say a big thank you, technically not a sponsor, we just love supporting them, is our good friends over at only-games.co, because it's getting nearly time for a brand new mini crate. And in fact, Chris Trott, you've got them right there, haven't you? Let me talk about them while you show them off.
Look at these.
So it's the same as before. You've heard us talk about this. We love the guys, the folks over at only-games.co. You get a crate. It's £10 per month per crate. Plus, you pay postage and packaging on top. You can choose from either fantasy or sci-fi crates. This month, for November, the fantasy crate was designed by Epic Miniatures, and sci-fi was created by Pop Goes the Monkey. You also get a discount on those creators' store at Only-Games as well, so you can check out their stuff. The sci-fi box this week comes with the Blood Butcher Champion, the Pit Boss Cultist, and a character.
Oh, it's like a plant.
Oh, I'm going to get to that in a minute. And also Ursula Claw. And if you happen to be a fan of a certain bloody god in Warhammer, perhaps one who likes skulls for his skull throne, these might be quite fitting for such an army. Not that you would ever use non-copyright miniatures in such a thing. But then also in the fantasy box, we have a man-eating plant. We also have an intellect crawler. It's not an intellect devourer, guys. Completely different thing. Intellect devourer.
Focus?
So I believe that is the warrior, the blood butcher champion that you have there, and then the man-eating plant in the fantasy box.
There's so many.
In the fantasy box, you also get a Femme Mind Eater. Not a Mind Flayer, guys. That's a whole other thing. This is a Mind Eater spellcaster.
You get loads.
And an intellect crawl, like I said, as well.
Very nice.
Three minis in each crate.
Very nice.
Also, this month, every crate subscriber will receive by email a special code for 33% off custom miniatures at Eldritch Foundry. This is to celebrate the launch of their Kickstarter for full-colour custom miniatures featuring unique painting tools never before seen in custom miniature creation. And the campaign runs until the 28th of November. You can use code HRCRATE.
HR Crate.
Yes.
HR Crate.
And I believe that gets you your first crate free, but you still have to pay postage and packaging.
Nice.
We've almost got them all out. Just one more.
They're genuinely awesome.
Is can we show this one?
Intellect Crawler.
Oh, so cute.
Oh Intellect Crawler.
Oh.
Legally distinct.
I'm gonna eat him.
Wow, you really ate
He's
that
gonna
brain
eat
dance.
you.
I love this guy.
There's a lady.
So every month you can get 3 little minis, sci-fi or fantasy or both.
Lovely little. Three. If you like painting your miniatures, 3 minis in a month. Very doable. 3 minis in a month.
I'm the brain of Albert Einstein. No! That would be a good campaign.
Did you say Alfred
In the
Einstein?
brain of Albert
All the
Einstein.
brains of
Legally
like dead scientists and like Nobel Prize winners, they turn
Futurama
into
one
intellect devourers.
Right.
Futurama.
Yeah, it's just the brains in a jar.
And the Beastie Boys.
yeah.
Zoidberg.
Right. Moving swiftly on, that is just a big thank you to our friends over at only-games.co. They support us, we love them. Go check out, speaking of only-games.co, you can go get your Califerous miniature as well.
Wow, brand new. As
Brand
of
new.
a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Get your Califerous miniature.
You might want to keep your peepers peeled on our product page.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Trot. Not Tom. Your name's Trot. Sorry, Trot. You have to do the motion. Keep them
I'm not doing that.
peepers peeled.
I'm not infringing on your copyright.
Don't do that again. Oh my God.
Sister, welcome to the Peepers Peeled Club.
Yeah.
The Church of the Peepers Peeled.
Oh,
Your
God.
peepers have been peeled. It's like Hellraiser. Welcome to the peel dimension.
That's fucked.
Can that be a new T-shirt?
Clockwork
It's
Orange.
me,
No.
but it's Pinhead, and I'm doing
No.
this.
okay.
Keep them peepers peeled.
Sorry, you were saying
Yes,
to-
Peggles, make that shirt.
No.
so Peggles, peepers peeled on the product page is what you're saying. Why are we keeping our peepers peeled on the
Well, I'm
product
just
page,
saying,
you
maybe
say?
next week there might be another announcement.
Oh,
Really now?
Oh.
Really now? Who's
Yeah.
to say? Who's to know?
Who's to know?
Who's
Just,
to know? I'll never tell.
you know what to do. Keep that eye on that. You can also pick up our Clever Toad dice set. Who's got that?
Over on Katie's side.
Over on Kate's side.
That is all kind of wrong.
You're not going to
We're not going to be able to. But
fine.
Clever Toad dice. Tom is dying.
Oh my god, do it again, please.
Right, save it. Don't, because he's going to ruin him. Don't ruin him. We need
There we
him.
go. There's
There
the
we
clever
go.
toads.
Hey. Fucking hell.
Oh, sorry, keep talking.
Those are available via Dispel Dice. You can go over to our good friends at Dispel Dice and get yourself the Clever Toad dice set. A lot of people have been really enjoying them. A lot of people really like them. So go and check them out. He's dying. He's done. He's really done.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check those out. Yeah, I think that's it as well. Little Ray's half Katie's birthday. I mean, we mentioned it last week. It's now the other half of it because you were right in the middle.
Happy birthday,
Stickers
Katie.
and
Stickers available.
sale on only fans.
Tim's correct. My OnlyFans is on sale right now. No, it's
Only games.
Only
Delete
games.
Chris, discount.
it is discounted
They're
because
also big, $2.50.
Black Friday deal.
Black
Yes.
Friday
So
deal.
now's a good chance to get that mini for a discount.
Yeah, go and check it out. I love Only Games. I just bought a bunch. I actually bought a bunch of their miniatures just for myself. I went on their website and I bought a bunch of nice
Nice.
miniatures that I want to
Very
paint.
cool. Are we going to see them soon?
My minis.
Well, no, the ones you bought. Probably.
Maybe one of them.
Maybe one of them. Maybe.
Bought one of them.
So there is another update.
Oh, that's
Speaking
right.
of our OnlyFans, which I call our YouTube members and supporters,
Nice.
Patreon.
and Patreon supporters, and Twitch Prime subs, if you link up your Discord to the supporters updates channel, we just posted 2 hours of me, Mark, and Trot playing the Mistborn deck building game because I bought it. And I love it. And we just
Damn
wanted to try it out.
good.
It's
I
really
was
good.
thinking about it the entire time after I went home. I was just
Yeah.
like, that was a really good game. I
Yeah,
wanna
no,
play more.
it's a really fun game. We thought we'd just do like a test sort of board game thing because we've never done it in the studio before. So we thought let's just play a board game in the office and record it. And we had a great time playing it. And I'd love to play more of it. I'd love to do more board game extra
Trot and
supporters
I had
exclusive.
good ideas about some ideas we can improve the cameras and close-ups and things. We had
Well, there
some
you go.
cool ideas.
But I'd love to see your feedback if you want to watch 2 hours of me, Mark, and Trot just having a chill, fun time playing a brand new board game in a universe that we all love. Then check that out. It's a supporters exclusive Patreon, Twitch Prime, and members will have access to that, and it's great. There you go. It's available right now.
Yeah. And again, the more, if we see a big increase in things like members and stuff like that, it's a great reason for us to make more content like that as well. So,
Yeah.
great support. Right, with that,
Blue Sky.
we're on Blue Sky now. That was thrown at me at the last minute, but
It
sure.
was on the list I sent you.
Begone the leash of Twitter and X. We throw those yokes to the foreground now.
We background.
Begone, bitch.
They're still there.
We say to ye, Elon. For now, we are Blue Sky, and Blue Sky are we. You can follow us all on there. We update there now.
We'll still update on
There's
it.
going to be links in the description and all the regular places for our Blue Sky accounts. There stands my call. Fuck you, Elon Musk.
Also, if you do join us on Blue Sky, I've put together 2 starter packs there. One which is the cast and friends, and the other one is I called it like a creator community pack, which is all fan artists, composers, cosplayers, anything like that. If you want to be added to that, let me know in the Discord, or there's various
You're
Blue Sky
adding-
posts that you can apply to.
You're gonna regret that.
It's been fun so far. It's been
Helps
funny.
people find a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a nice little community that's being built on
on there
there.
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. With that, I think that's it. Chris Trot's got his blanket on his legs now.
Ready.
Really
Sorry,
cool.
do it, sorting that out.
I got my shoes off. It's so weird.
God.
Look at the camera. Look dead into the camera.
It completely.
So weird.
With that, let's run the intro.
Discord.
Welcome back to Altheya the Dragon Empire, everybody. Our heroes are traveling through the Ash Hills in search of Sir Eldrak Ignis, a knight of Northvale who went looking for a magical shield at the behest of the Red Dragon noble Lady Emberissa. Their journey has pitted them against a mysterious group of cultists who call themselves Reclaimers, and they've learned that the group is interested in the mysterious metal called crown steel. Along the way, they've gained some allies, a young goblin woman named Penelope, and a Silvaran archer called Baranth. They are servants of a green dragon noble, Lady Verithera, who sought to try and heal the Ash Hills of a mysterious blight that had plagued the land. Previously, they entered a series of deep caves and underground rivers that they believe will lead them to a great lake beneath the earth. Here, the Reclaimers have built themselves a bastion around an immense pile of crown steel, which has tainted the water source. They also hold Sir Eldrak and Lady Verithera captive in this bastion, and seem to be performing some ritual to infuse them with crown steel. The party hope to reach them both before it is too late. However, they must first deal with a few errant monsters who were lurking in the underground caverns and attack them as they traveled the narrow, tight river cave. And that, my friends, is where we begin again today. First things first, may I have a d6 roll from everybody?
You may, my lord.
Let's get fatical.
Verily.
Verily.
Shall be done.
Verily.
A dice for me from Katie. A dice from
what'd you roll
me, Thomas.
You rolled a 1? Oh, 2. I rolled a 1.
Oh,
a
and a
dice for you.
me.
Getting higher, 3.
A dice for me.
Back down to 1.
A dice for me.
4.
Oh, a dice for you. And then from your lovely dungeon master, a 4. A dice for
Double.
you.
2 to 4.
A double D.
Great, not great.
Not grand. We are literally in the middle of combat. There is one thing. Young Penelope the Goblin has been traveling with you. Might have forgotten she was there the entire time last time. Bit of a
Yeah.
we did a bit of a rose meadow on her, but it's fine because we're just going to have her go at the very end of the round of last round,
What a go
and then we will be going into the next round.
May thou remind me of the initiative order.
Yes, I will do. Let me just find all
you
of my
say shit?
things.
No?
I just
Initiative.
realised why I 3D printed so many things.
Sorry?
The reason I was meant to start 3D printing was I was going to make a rowing boat, but I ended up making a ton of fidget
You've
things.
made a fidget spinner instead.
Oh, right.
You've made this delightful story.
There's a star me fidget
Starby
spinner.
fidget spinner.
How embarrassing.
We can use that as a boat if we want.
So
We
I
summon Starmie.
am simply going to have, because Penelope is, so to set the scene, you guys are on a 10-foot wide, very narrow, very tight, cave-like river that's going underground. The ceiling, however, is very high. It's about 80 feet high, and there it goes down about 20 feet beneath you as well, like deep down. We have a conjured Rowan boat, which is about 10 feet long, which currently Rowan, Penelope, and I believe Xanthius are all currently in the boat.
So I got confused last time. Is it 10 feet long and 10 feet wide, or is it?
I have made it 10 feet wide and 10
Right,
feet long.
okay, cool.
So, and I have arranged the people as they were as discussed yesterday.
yeah.
Daisy is about, I think, about
Yesterday.
20 feet back from that boat, having moved away. Ophelia is on the ceiling, about 75 feet up in the air, currently fighting a whole plethora of monsters, which I'll describe in a minute. And then Gruff is actually 20 feet underwater, grappling one of the creatures, a dark mantle, which are these darkness infused jellyfish, basically. We have 2 more dark mantles fighting Ophelia at the very top of the cavern, and 1 more dark mantle currently fighting Rowan at the front of the boat. And then there is also a creature called a roper, which is approximately, I think it would be 70 feet up high. I've moved it onto the lower platform to indicate it is currently lower than Ophelia and the other monsters.
I see.
Funny how the mind works, isn't it? Like you're seeing this cavern from that way to that way. I saw it going that way to that way in my mind.
What?
That we were going that way, not that way.
Oh, interesting. You saw it going, moving this way in direction.
I saw it going that way.
I saw it going forwards.
I'll tilt the
I
whole
saw it
thing.
going through time.
This is just my lovely
I
map
see
that I've wonderfully made. Don't. To just kick things off and just to end the round, poor sweet little Penelope, who has been cowering behind and is panicked. You are also currently the entire area around the boat. There is a 15-foot sphere of magical darkness. There is the same 15-foot sphere of magical darkness up on the roof.
Markness.
As these creatures. Markness, as it is known, magical darkness.
Yeah.
As these creatures have created these areas, I do have the old. I dug out the old template as well.
There it is.
So I've dug this out.
Basically the whole thing.
Penelope is going to simply, with disadvantage, try and use her thorn whip on the creature currently fighting Rowan.
Which should be quite damaged, because I remember Chaos Bolting it quite a lot as well.
You've done some damage to it?
All of it. But one. I think it's got like one
However,
HP.
disadvantage because of darkness. So that instead of a natural 20, Penelope rolls a 7. Which is, I believe, not going to be enough.
8 out of 7 hits anything, right?
It does, in fact. Oh, well, with her bonus of +5 would be a 12.
And also, it's big. It's a pillar, basically.
Which it does hit. So the Dark Mantle isn't. The Dark Mantle's like an undulating jellyfish.
Ah, yes.
The Roper is the thing that's like a stone stalactite. But it does hit the Thorn Whip.
Nice.
So this is going to be 2d6 of piercing damage from Penelope. 6 points of damage. 6 points. Which, thanks to the damage inflicted by Xanthius' Chaos Bolt, is actually enough.
Told you.
So in the darkness, you hear this kind of whoosh, as from one of the cave walls, a large vine sprouts out and kind of wraps around this creature and pulls it away, yanking into the wall, which causes the magical darkness around the boat to drop as well.
And like a balloon, it pops, right? Flies around, hits someone in the face.
And splashes into the water, absolutely. And you just hear, I think I got it! Like, coming from behind Rowan, as the magical darkness dissipates, and then brings us to a brand new round.
Nice.
You asked about the initiative order, Kimberless.
Oh, yeah.
So it goes Daisy, then the Dark Mantles, then Rowan. Oh, no, sorry. Daisy, then Ophelia, sorry. Then the Dark Mantles, then Rowan, and then we'll get into everybody else. I think you are then after that. So, yeah, you got a few people. So, Daisy, you are the first to go.
There's Zan in that list.
Low.
I'm Rowan. Rowing, not.
Can I see?
You're Rowan.
Ooh, one specific thing. Because I did mention you were going against the current in this river.
Yes.
Because no one is rowing, the boat will actually move
I'm rowing.
back. You're not rowing the boat,
dead.
however.
I'm underwater.
So we do think backwards, what, 10 feet?
Cool.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Okay. All right.
Man, if we had actual water.
I'm trying to remember, is this all of the enemies that we could see in this? Were there some ahead of us as well?
That's
That's
those ones that.
that is
On the
those
ceiling.
ones. Okay, cool.
And then the other two
Because
drop
Ophelia
down.
went up onto the ceiling and it
Yeah.
activated.
And then the two drop down, the one that Rowan was fighting and the one that Gruff is
Okay.
currently grappled are the ones that are ahead of you.
Yeah.
So Daisy, you see the boat, basically, the Rowan boat begins to sort of flow backwards towards you as the current is pushing it back, as nobody is currently rowing it or moving it along. What would you like to do?
Can I see the one that's with Gruff?
They are about 20 feet underwater, so if you kind of dive under the water, you would be able to see the one that Gruff is currently, he's grappling it, he's literally holding it under
Trying
the
to drown
underwater. Yeah. Not sure if that
If
would
they
work.
can,
Yeah, not sure if they even breathe, but
So can I do that? And can I throw a radiant blade at that one that
Absolutely.
Gruff's grappling?
yep, absolutely.
I will do that.
Okay, great.
Sink her down. On the map.
On the map.
Yeah, that's true. So you're going to dive under?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
For podcast listeners, we have a side-scrolling map so we can see depth. It's very cool. It's a good idea.
Thanks. Pretty proud of this one.
It's really cool.
Do I have any advantage because Gruff is restraining it?
He's not restraining it. Grappling only reduces its speed to 0, so no advantage, I'm afraid. And it is an underwater attack, but it's a piercing, it's a radiant weapon, so I will say no disadvantage. You can just throw it normally. It's
I
like a spell.
got a 14.
Against the Dark Mantle is a hit.
Oh, is it?
Yep. These things aren't like super tough. These like jellyfish type creatures. They seem quite easy to hit. They're quite slow.
It's just when they get their darkness in, that's when it gets nasty.
Yes.
Dankness.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. We'll see that this is number 4. The Radiant Blade strikes into it. Does this one hasn't created darkness yet, so the blade just kind of sinks into its fleshy body and burns part of it away, and it looks pretty hurt by that.
Bonus action, do it again.
Yes, offhand with your second Radiant Blade.
I rolled a 4, so 11 to hit.
Still hits.
Does it?
Yeah, like I said, these things are not too
Squish.
tough.
Good.
Might be enough.
Oh, no, it's only it's not
Oh, you did a lot with the first.
3, 7 points of damage.
It's enough, in fact. Yeah, these things are not super strong. As you watch Gruff, the one that you are trying to drown, 2 Radiant Blades just like spears, like through the water, embed into the creature, and it goes limp in your arms. Just
Cool.
it is like you can, because you're holding this thing.
Yeah.
Its kind of outer cloak-like surface is like a thick leather. It's leather,
Yeah.
and it's so black. Like underwater, it almost looks like you're holding darkness. It's so very, very dark black, and it does look like really fine, soft, high quality like skin or leather.
See, if I was minded a certain way, I'd probably, keep that with me so we could do something with it. But he's just gonna let it go.
Yep.
Just gonna let it go.
Well, I think in the panic of everything, like I feel like there's a lot
Yeah,
of limbs
fair
and splashing and stuff like that. I at most you'd get a thumbs up on
Yeah.
the water.
And you can still hear there's definitely still sounds of something going up on
Yeah.
above as well.
The one in front of us that burst, does it just look like a tarp on water? Just a plastic bag?
Yeah, I would say.
It's just kinda gross.
I'm gonna roll a d20. If I roll a 9 or lower, it's actually partially like draped over the boat.
Oh, okay.
No, so it fell into the water and it's like
it's like
drifting.
sinking,
It
yeah.
is sinking, but like it does have some substance and weight to it.
I mean, I'm also not really
Not particularly interested.
looking into the materials right now, but
What? Who are you?
Daisy, is there anything else
I'm
you
not
want
a
to do?
craftsman.
It would have been. We'll say that you're about 10 feet underwater. You can go down another 10 feet. It's like 20 feet deep, basically.
I'm good, I think, where I am at the moment.
You're just gonna stay where you are. You've got the underwater breathing,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
don't have to
so-
worry about breath.
I'll stay where I am at the
All
moment.
right. Okay. In that case, we go
Are they affected
to.
also by the current? Or can their natural movement just...
I'm assuming that they're kind of using some of their movement to like fight against the current. Basically, it's just because the boat is just gonna naturally drift back without any force to propel it, right?
Yeah, I'll just use. I want to stay in the position I
Yeah,
am, so
that's-
I won't. I will keep
Yeah.
my
I'm
position.
It doesn't cost you movement to do
Okay.
that. It's fine. In that
I
case,
studied the engine.
Ophelia, could you make an engine?
Could I make an
I don't
engine?
believe so, because I think you can't. I guess it just says you create an object, right?
Have we studied
It would need
engines?
fuel. If I had a fuelless engine that's like a dynamo,
if there were 2 of the same college as you, could you create the engine, someone creates fuel?
create water.
There's like an entire city of this college that has just been built up brick by brick by individual.
Well, because it only lasts a certain amount of time as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day is just a new city.
Anyway, Ophelia.
That's cool as hell.
Ophelia will form of dread, transform,
Okay.
make herself super spooky, and give
Okay.
herself 1d10 plus 1 of temp hit points.
Okay, great.
So 3.
Just as a reminder, you are currently in the magical darkness.
Yeah.
So you are treated as blind, and any other creatures inside it or outside it are treated as blind for any purposes.
Cool. She's going to try and attack one of these creatures, one of the ones that are behind her.
So you basically, around you, you can feel that there is 2 things flying around in the darkness around you, and then you heard something moving down in the darkness, which you think is the big stalagmite, the stalactite, the roper.
All right.
So you've got the 2 dark mantles or the roper. What
I
would you
think
like
she'll
to
take
attack?
out one of the dark mantles.
Okay, great.
Just because they're annoying with the darkness.
Okay.
And I will reckless this guy as well.
Okay, so that will get rid of your disadvantage for being blind.
But you get advantage
But
against me.
so yeah, it basically turns into a single roll
Yeah.
for you and a single roll for them.
Nice.
Okie dokie. Ooh. 11 11 to hit.
It does still hit, yeah. Just like Daisy's one, these
Yeah,
things are
I
pretty
hit.
easy to hit. Yeah, they're quite
Amazing.
slow.
So do they not have blind sight?
These creatures do.
So they wouldn't have disadvantage.
They won't know. The Roper will.
Right. Okay.
The Roper's like, fucking idiots. Like, if this thing can speak, it's like, don't do it on me, do it on them.
But it can't. It is, after
is
all,
just-
a stalactite.
Yeah.
So the rope
Well,
needs
it's
to
a
make
creature.
a wisdom saving throw for form of dread.
Wisdom saving throw. It's a natural 1.
So fail, you are frightened of me.
Yep, frightened.
And that is 5, 6, 7, 9 damage.
9
total.
points of
He
damage.
has a condition ring.
I'm going to use them. I haven't used them in ages. Can I find frightened? No.
Do you want me to find him?
No.
Do so. Okay.
There isn't a frightened one in there.
Oh,
That's really
I
annoying.
need to take off. Actually, I don't think I
Look,
do
there
hit.
isn't one. What's that?
I need to take off 2 for the crown
Your
steel.
yes, you.
So I didn't
So that's true. Yeah,
we are
gruff
crown
as well.
steel.
It's right here. In the frightened section.
I didn't see it. I'm blind.
It was like right in the middle. Weird place.
So
marked
scratch
the
that.
blind.
So actually, you
I
didn't hit
missed.
because you would have missed. You
Yeah.
had -2.
It's alphabetical.
So that's an important thing for you guys to remember. You currently still have. Is it really? Is it alphabetical? I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
So wait, sorry, you didn't hit?
I didn't hit. -2 crown steel.
Because of the hangover from the effect
We're
of that.
hungover.
Yeah.
So in that case, yeah, your mind is just so fogged, and you feel this intense pain and just weariness through your body. You go to strike, and you feel like you glanced something but didn't quite penetrate through.
So close.
Anything else?
No, that is my full turn. So stay where I
Alrighty.
am for now.
So that's just it. So it goes from Ophelia to the Dark Mantles, the 2 remaining Dark Mantles. So they are going
With a little
to.
condition on it.
What's that? No, it didn't hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the frightened
Hungover.
didn't
That's
work
right.
in the end.
They are going to. So you are in darkness. So they are both going to try and do their crush attack with advantage because they have
Yep.
blind sight. So and you
I
attack
reckless
recklessly.
as well.
Wait, would it not be? Would it not still be frightened? Because that was a
It has to
save.
hit.
That's the hit, yeah.
Yeah, it's on
Oh, it's
form
not
of dread is
separate
when
then.
she
No.
hits with an attack.
I thought it was a
makes them
separate.
I
frightened.
wish
No.
it was. No.
No, it's good because there is no saving throw. It's just if you
Yeah,
hit,
if
they
I hit.
become frightened. Oh no,
There was a saving
Yeah,
throw
there
with
was a saving throw.
save,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
that's right. Anyway,
There's a lot of prerequisites, but
it's fine. Dark Mantle attack with advantage. I think this one's going to hit. Yeah, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Right, you are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, so half to 3.
Yep, that's my 10 points gone.
However, you are engulfed by the target. And you are unable to breathe,
I
Ophelia.
can't. I don't need to breathe anyway.
Which is a very good point, because
the
you're
water
a damp
breathing.
hit.
Oh, the water breathing doesn't solve it.
Damn it.
Doesn't need to, as a damp hit, doesn't
You
breathe.
just straight up don't breathe. Okay, great.
So you are undead.
So this thing's cool thing that it does,
Yeah.
No, not fully. A little bit.
it's like I think it's like magically, you can just hold your
Yeah.
breath. Like, you know, it's
I
like,
have an unnaturally
kind of.
long breath hold.
Yeah.
You do still need to eat, though, right?
She's
What
beat.
is it with you and characters that don't eat or breathe?
It's just annoying, isn't it?
It is. If I could
I've
cut
never
that
seen your
shit out,
character
I would.
piss once.
Not that it matters because you're in darkness, but technically you are also blinded. So it's wrapped
Well, it
itself
is.
around you and it's like crushing you. You are inside this thing.
Can I hellish rebuke as a
You
reaction?
absolutely can, yeah.
From inside it?
Yeah,
Although-
it hit with an
Let
attack.
me just
Yeah.
read it. One reaction, take response, being damage to creature in 60 feet that you can see.
So no.
No, I can't.
Do you know, I'm going to allow it because it is
it's
wrapped
around
around you.
you,
You can
yeah.
just go, "Bah!"
You don't need to look anywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to allow it in this instance. Rule as written says no, DM says yes.
Yeah.
All right, so dex save.
Yes, I did just roll it. I'm going to roll it again because I forgot what I rolled. Which is good for you because I rolled a 6.
All right, that's a fail, so 2d10 fire damage.
2d10 fire damage.
This one's already been
There it is.
damaged quite a bit.
These two are fresh.
One, no, they're
7,
You're right, because the
17, 16 fire damage.
Oh my
16
God.
fire damage. So from in this thing, those of you that look up, like, there's just darkness, but you hear a kind of like, raging flame, and this kind of horrid shriek noise.
It's just an open flame in a sack. It
Yeah.
farts loud, right?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. The second Dark Mantle, because you are being engulfed, it can't attack you now. So the second Dark Mantle is going to basically drop down to try and get these guys again.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, is it bringing its magic darkness with it?
It is going to bring the magic darkness with it because it moves with it.
Coward.
And it's going to try and do the same thing to Rowan. which you are now blinded, so it would have advantage against you. So that is going to be a 19 to hit you, Rowan.
Yeah.
So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. You are now engulfed by this thing, which means you can't breathe. Do you have a thing that means you can't breathe?
Yeah, I do. No.
Oh, fuck. So the way this works, I believe, is when you are suddenly suffocated like this, I'll say that you have time to suck in a breath, so you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to your con modifier. What's your modifier?
What happens if he's currently got water breathing on and doesn't need to?
Well, water breathing just lets you breathe underwater. It doesn't let you not breathe.
Yeah, it lets you breathe water.
2, so you can hold your breath for 2 minutes,
Hold your
basically.
breath.
It's pretty good, as I understand it. I don't think it's not going to be relevant to this combat. You're going to guilt this
I'm
thing.
gonna cut a mouth and 2 eye holes out of it.
Oh my god.
That is the Dark Mantle's both turn. Those of you, so Daisy and Gruff, right now, if you look up, you would just see a sphere of darkness above you, and then there's, because it means the other one is no longer in darkness up here. So we go to Rowan's turn. So it is your turn, Rowan. You are blinded and you are suffocating.
I
You
am
can't breathe.
going to send a vicious tone into it,
Saving throw?
which is a wisdom saving throw, please, to beat 15.
Oh no, that is a 7.
Check this out. 2d4s. Here we go. Here we go, gamers. Watch this drive.
Here we go.
Unhellish rebuked one.
Huh?
8.
Yeah.
8 points of psychic damage.
Damage.
Yeah, there is this, again, you hear this horrid sort of like piercing noise. The creature like shakes and undulates, but it still holds tight onto you, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just muffled for us.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stumbling backwards.
Your speed is currently 0, unfortunately, while you're
I'm
engulfed.
stumbling on the spot.
You're like on the boat wrapped up in this thing.
I'm like trying to grip the sides for like stability and stuff.
Yeah, but you're trying to reach through like its form, so that
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, it's like an umbrella has closed on you, like you're the stick in the umbrella,
been-
and it's wrapped. That's literally what these things do.
Amazing.
It like wraps itself around you like you're in the middle of an umbrella. So it's like just your legs, so you're like on the boat, like trying to like keep your feet.
You've been bowling.
Inside this, you hear Rowan muffled singing, and you feel inspiration come out of this umbrella.
I
to
think you have
see?
to be able to see the creature.
And also because you need to breathe to sing, right?
Use a bonus action on your turn, other than yourself, who can hear you.
Okay. I would say you can do it, but that's going to expel all the air you've got, and like you're going to lose air. Because you've got
What,
2
like a
minutes of
turn
air.
of air?
A turn? No. I will.
I
Minute of air.
I'd say a minute of air.
I could hold my breath, speak, then hold my breath.
Go on.
Great podcast. Hello. La 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 la.
And then hold it for 2 more minutes.
You guys carry on.
I will say, yeah, you lose a certain amount of time. Do you know what? I'll randomize it.
Sure.
How's it going there?
It's going well.
Xanthius.
Are you making it worse
Where
by
are you?
answering?
Oh, he's
it's-
behind. He's directly behind. Okay. Yeah, I give Xanthius bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
All right. You have bardic inspiration, Xanthius.
Careful with that air.
Is it my turn?
No. Not your turn for a while, mate.
This is just one round, which is only 6 seconds technically.
So, Rowan, anything else on your turn? If not, we go to Gruff.
That is it.
Gruff.
That's it for me.
So in terms of, so I'm underwater at the moment, and
You
I
are 20
feel,
feet underwater.
I feel like
I just pass out.
30 seconds. I feel like it's a bit. I don't know if like I want to use my staff to whack, but I feel like I'm swimming around and stuff like that, so I don't have the paws to whack.
There's nothing for you to whack right now.
Well, if I surface,
If you surface, yeah.
I surface up.
So swimming, you don't have a swim speed, do you? So it's half movement, basically.
Do I not?
You're not a novel?
No. You were a dolphin, you're no longer a dolphin.
Sorry, narwhal.
Narwhal, sorry.
Thank you. It has a horn.
It does,
Dolphin
yeah.
plus.
So it would be, and it would have been the same for Daisy, so it would have cost you 20 feet of movement to swim 10 feet down. It will cost you, you'll be able to, your speed is 30,
5.
35, so you'll just be underneath the surface of the water.
But I have a staff of staffing.
Doesn't have reach.
Has 5 foot reach.
Yep. 5 feet away, you need 10 feet of reach to strike up at the thing on top.
Tickle it on the butt.
No, because they're also in a boat. So you
Are
can
they
start
on the
swimming.
boat?
You could dash.
Side.
This thing is
Oh, it's
currently,
on
yeah, it's
Rowan,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
on
yeah.
Rowan. You could dash, but then you obviously won't be able to attack this turn.
Anything.
Dash into the boat. Don't rock the boat, though. Don't tip the boat over.
Can I turn into a narwhal and charge up at the roper in the ceiling?
How?
The roper is 70 feet up.
Dare to believe.
Have you seen Free Willy?
You've got 20 feet of
Echo the dolphin.
water to give yourself enough propulsion.
As much as those of us who played Echo the Dolphin on the Mega Drive will know, you ain't jumping that high.
You can jump high.
You can jump high, but not 70 feet high. I would maybe let you get like a generous 20 feet if I'm being generous.
Yeah, that is.
That's like a full-on Free Willy jumping the gate. And then like Xanthias is underneath it. Go, Ruffin, go!
Slaps me as it goes past.
No.
I just wanted to think about, like, I just wanted
Sure.
to put that image out
Yeah,
into
it's
the
a great
world.
image.
Because ever since I turned into a narwhal, that's what I wanted.
Sure.
What if you jump that high? But then
I'll tell you
you're
what,
not
with the
walking?
narwhal, like, if you wanted to, you could try and attack through the boat, but you'll obviously have to break the boat.
And while she
And you will probably hit Rowan.
Yeah.
I had it coming.
Yeah, he had it coming. I think, in the interests of conserving my stuff, because I know that
Xanthias,
there's
you're
going to be a lot more to go, I will start swimming up as much as I
Just
can.
dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you dash, you can basically surface. So this thing is technically around Rowan right now. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do that. So you can kind of appear here. Move Rowan back.
Is there anything I can do in terms of, like, just, I don't know, grabbing it?
That would be an action, I'm afraid.
You can wave
Could
at
I?
it.
You got bonus action left, mate.
I would like to bone it, Daunting Roar at it. 'Cause why
Okay.
not? Why not? Why not?
Sure,
try
sure,
with
sure.
Daunting Roar.
Why bloody not?
Wisdom saving throw, yes?
Wisdom saving throw DC 14.
Natural 1. Fails.
Well,
You ski it. You frightened.
Rowan, you feel it like shiver.
your entire body feels its vibration.
likes me.
So it's frightened me until the end of my next turn.
It's frightened of you. It is wrapped around Rowan, but it's terrifying.
I had nothing
Yeah, no,
else. That's what I got.
I'll put it this way: it does still technically have to attack Rowan. It has advantage, but now it's frightened. It will have disadvantage, so it'll just be a flat roll.
Yeah. I just love this image as well of, like, everyone's like, where's Gruff? And he just surfaced.
He just surfaces.
Gruff is here!
Well, the last time you saw Gruff, yeah, he was a narwhal, and now just normal Gruff, very sopping wet,
Yeah.
like stuck to all of his, like he's like a cat that's
mane
fallen in
is
the
just
bath.
like-
It's a slow motion L'Oreal ad with your
Yeah.
hair flicking, but you're also roaring.
My perm is flat.
Xanthias.
Yes.
Hey, what up? I wanted to try a shocking grasp on this.
Sure.
I presume the electric won't go right through to Rowan. It doesn't seem to
We'll find out,
say
won't
that
we?
it will. But within the rules of elements, it probably would. Within the rules of the game, though,
I've made a rubber and I could be insulated.
it
find
was
out.
rubbery. So
We'll find out.
it might actually. All right, I'll do a shocking grasp on it, which will be with disadvantage because
Will be
It is a
disadvantage. It's a
touch.
melee. It's a melee touch. You don't get disadvantage in melee.
very nice.
That's perfect.
Melee touch. All right, just a regular ass. Boop. That is a 22.
Hits.
So I will do 2d8 of lightning damage to it, which is a 11. It can't take reactions now.
11.
11.
Rowan does not take any damage.
Good.
Because as you reach out, like it's a very thick membrane around this creature,
Yeah.
and you manage to grip onto that, and you control the magic through the creature, right? Like it doesn't have any way of channeling it into Rowan.
Sure.
So yeah, you just because this is also it's like technically a small creature, so it's like 4 feet long. So it isn't. It basically it's only got like Rowan's top half, like his legs
Yeah.
and waist are still exposed. So you like grab one of its tendrils and zap that basically.
Cool.
But yeah, it is still alive, but it looks
Still
heavily
alive.
weakened by that.
Is it a I guess it's a full action to row this boat. gently
It
down
would
the
be,
stream,
yes,
right?
yeah.
In that case, for my boner action, I will simply sorcery point into Aegis again.
Okay.
Which luckily it looks like Aegis just lasts,
okay.
so it will be still active by the time we get into the next encounter. Hopefully.
You would have had disadvantage on that because you are in the darkness.
Oh, so even if it is melee, in darkness.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought you meant because it was a range spell you would have had.
Shit, you're right. That would have been an 8 in that case, so probably
That
would have missed.
missed.
All right, so take back that 11 damage.
Because that's an important thing you got to remember. There's a big blob of darkness around here at the moment because this creature is just giving it off naturally.
Okay.
Supernaturally. it
Doesn't hit,
is.
but yeah, I'll still do the bony action.
Sure.
Aegis.
Alrighty, yeah, no problem. At the end of your turn then, Xanthias, the Roper. And this is important because the Roper is going to move another 10 feet down. So it's now 60 feet in the air above the boat. But it is going to have disadvantage on any attacks because of the darkness, right? So that's why I wanted to make sure we keep the darkness in check, because this thing has no way of seeing through the darkness.
What's the range on a Roper tentacle?
80 feet. This is special Roper. Special Roper.
So special.
Because I know that people are probably like, oh, the Monster Manual Roper only has a 50 feet reach. And I'm like, well, this one has an 80 feet reach.
That's why I asked.
Might
you,
also
so
have
you
different
could-
hit points and different AC.
That's why I asked, so you could do that.
This is an alpha rope.
Right, this thing is going to, it will attack, it can still attack Rowan, because this thing is engulfing Rowan, but it's only his top half. So the Roper is still going to try and attack Rowan.
For your
It's going to
ankles.
attack Penelope, it's going to attack Xanthias, and it's now going to attack Gruff. So Daisy, you're the only one it can't see because you're underwater and isn't within range. So it's going to attack all 4 of the others. Whack, whack, whack. Rowan. That is going to be with disadvantage because of darkness.
Yes.
Still going to hit. That's a 27 with its tendril.
Oh, God.
Whack. Xanthias. Ooh, luckily with the disadvantage, only a 9.
Doesn't hit.
Penelope. Ooh, that's probably still 18. It's going to hit Penelope. Gruff. That is a 13.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. So Rowan and Penelope, these tendrils wrap around their around Penelope's body, around Rowan's like legs. You guys are grappled. You are restrained. You have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and then it is going to pull you both 5 feet up in the air. So you are now dangling from this thing 25 feet up in the air.
Amazing. Upside down.
Upside down,
And
he's still got a
and
thing
you have got a thing on your head. Yeah,
And actually pulls that with it.
yeah.
I'm like a punching bag.
Yeah, dangling there. You just hear her kind of like, get this thing off me! As Penelope is whipped up
was right.
as well. Yeah, that was right. So it can't pull you into its mouth, so it can't bite you yet, but it does have you dangled there, basically.
If it eats me, it's going to eat its mate.
Yeah, potentially. Doesn't seem to care about that.
Yeah. I don't think
These
it-
things,
This is retaliation.
it's like an ecosystem of they kind of like live in the same environment, but the Roper's like, well, I'll eat you, I don't care.
I'm the apex.
That's the sacrifice I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
Rowan for this one
2 meals a
jelly
month.
bag.
Yeah. Like appetizer and main course.
Yeah.
Penelope will just, in a panic, try and free herself. She does have disadvantage on the strength saving throw to get out. Natural 20 on the first one.
Oh.
12 on the second one, but with a -2 strength. She's just like trying to pull at this thing, like she's like whacking its tendril, like get off me, like whacking it with her staff, and is unable to free herself. That is her action. So we go to a brand new round. So the boat. Blah, 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 blah. Xanthias, you're
yeah.
going for a ride?
See ya.
Bye, bro.
Another 10 feet back.
Yep.
So I'm now. Oh, that's haunting, Daisy.
What?
You look up and there's a shadow of a boat above you.
I'm well aware of the general situation.
No, I know. It's just that's a fear of mine.
Speaking of Daisy, it is Daisy's turn. I am going to mark this
Trying to get
one
up to the
frightened.
surface, but there's something right above you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of terrifying.
That's terrifying.
Thalassophobia.
No, that's a different one.
I have that.
Anyway,
The fear of molasses.
Daisy's
Go on,
turn.
sorry. Yeah.
Daisy's turn.
Daisy's turn. Go on.
I'm gonna go to the surface.
Okay. So it costs you, 10 feet, 20 feet of movement. Do you want to go? You can go diagonally. Do you want to be in front of the boat or behind the boat? Or do you want to get on the boat?
If I go behind the boat, am I still within 60 feet of shooting?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, because I'd say diagonally you can still attack.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the roper is just on the edge of your 60 feet.
Can I actually can I throw a dagger at the thing that's on Rowan first on his head?
Yes, you can. You can also attack the tendrils individually.
Yeah. So I did that before, but I feel like Rowan needs to breathe, so I'll...
Sure, yeah, you can absolutely attack the dark mantle on his head. On his
He's hid.
Yeah, he's only 25 feet up, so definitely he's in range.
18 plus 7 to hit.
Easily hits.
And he is on it, so I'll get my...
You still get your sneak attack, even though he's like wrapped up like an umbrella. He's not incapacitated, so he's still somehow helping.
Amazing.
He's distracting it while it tries to digest him.
18 points of radiant damage.
Just annihilates this thing. The radiant energy just strikes into it and burns it away, probably crisping its like dark, shadowy self. The darkness immediately vanishes as well.
calamari.
Yeah, just burns away.
So Rowan is
Rowan is currently freed.
from that part.
Which part? The
The
umbrella part.
umbrella.
It's I see. It's alphabetical. That I was reading
Yeah.
it up down each column.
You silly.
I was like, it's not alphabetical. It's like weird. It goes like Bane, Charm, Hex. Yeah, that's not right.
He wasn't reading it like a book.
No.
As
Bonus action.
Can I attack the tendril that's holding Rowan,
Yeah.
I guess?
Sure.
Hopefully, maybe.
Yes. They are harder to hit though. Actually, no. These are the same as the base.
22.
Does hit.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
7 points of damage.
And it's radiant damage, yes?
Yes.
All right, 7 points of damage to Rowan's tendril. Not enough to cut it, unfortunately. Burns through, but burns a significant chunk of it, but does not cut the tendril.
Okay.
All right, end of turn, Daisy.
Yes, please.
All right, in that case, we go to Ophelia.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack.
You are no longer in darkness
but
because
I'm
that thing is. But you've been engulfed. Yes, you are
Yes.
currently blinded.
She's umbrellaed.
I am umbrellaed. I would like to get out of umbrella. Can I?
Okay, so you get the way you do that is it would be an action, and you have to. Blah, 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 oh no. Oh, that's interesting. A creature can detach the dark mantle by making a successful strength check as an action.
Okie dokie.
So remember, if you, because you're raging, you have advantage on this because it's an ability check, not a saving throw. I think you get on strength.
1.
Do you have hangover
Got
disadvantage?
I
advantage.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, so advantage, but -2.
15, 14, 13.
Just enough. Just enough. You managed to like get your thumbs under this hook, so like rip it off. And it detaches itself. Yeah.
Amazing. So that's my action.
That was your action, unfortunately.
Bonus action. I can't really do anything bonus action-y at the moment. I can't really move either. He's in.
You can. You could move. You just get an attack.
Yeah.
He might jump on your head again.
Yeah, I don't want to be jumped on my head. Let me see. Is there anything I
It's
can
becoming
do?
dial-up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That is Ophelia's turn. So after Ophelia, it is the dark mantle remains, and it is going to try and attack you. But it doesn't have advantage now because you can see it.
Yep.
So it's just a normal attack.
Alrighty.
That is.
It is frightened. No, it's not frightened of it.
It's not frightening because you didn't hit it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
So it does damage, and it latches back on your head. 9 points of bludgeoning damage, so half that to 4 because you're raging. But it just kind of, you throw it off and then just.
No, get off my head! I've just done my hair!
Yeah, your hair's like kind of got like it's kind of like gross innards of like been touching it.
We're gonna pull this thing off.
Suck a mouth.
You're gonna look like Marge.
Like Spike.
Just holding blood. I just think it's neat. All right, that is its turn. Then we go to Rowan.
I'm gonna try. And,
You are freed of the umbrella,
yes.
but you are suspended upside down 25 feet in the air.
What I'm gonna do is get out my sword and try and swipe at the tentacles.
Yeah. The tendril holding
The
you.
tendrils.
Yes.
That's a 2 plus 5. 7.
Big numbers.
Swing just like you're upside down, your swing just goes wide, just doesn't connect.
Well, shit.
Anything else? And we've got bonus action.
Upside down, back
Speed
down.
is currently 0.
The boat, and I'm gonna give inspiration to Xanthias.
You would
You
have
look
had
so inspiring right now.
you would have had disadvantage on that attack, by the way.
I
If you're
would have.
technically restrained.
Well,
so.
I'll get worse than a miss.
I got
unless
a
it's
2
one.
again.
Yeah.
and also -2 to my.
So you inspire me upside down.
You already had inspiration.
So inspiring.
Xanthias already has that inspiration. You gave it to
Oh,
him
I
last
did
time.
from last
You
session.
did, yeah.
So I will now give it to Ophelia. Look up. I see Ophelia having a bad hair day.
Yep.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright.
Nice. Love it.
I'm covered in
Inspiration.
mucus.
That's such a fresh original you just dropped there.
Yeah, I love it. Anything else?
That is it.
Your turn?
Yes, not much else I can
So
do.
after Rome, we go to Gruffith.
Hello.
Hello.
Is there a way I can cast Moonbeam in that it only fries the roper?
No, these things, they are directly underneath it. It's holding them by tentacles underneath it. I know you love your moonbeam, but like, I mean, you can do it, but you like, it's one of those things of like,
Do it, coward.
you are gonna hit your friends.
Friends?
Who are we to you, really?
Yeah.
In the way.
Meat shields.
You only just met Penelope.
What a night. What a great, awesome night this
Say
guy
I was a good
is.
night though. So I'm not a knight yet. Shut up, you little gremlin on my shoulder. Join the dark side.
Hi.
Can I swim to the boat
Yes.
and then can I row so we can get back on track?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So I will
absolutely.
use my action to row this boat so it gets back on track.
Yep, absolutely. Move it 10 feet forward.
That'll be my action.
Lovely.
I'm guessing that holds it in place for when we.
Yeah, well, you now won't reset, and then next turn you can do it basically.
Okay.
Every time, if somebody uses an action row, you move 10 feet and it stops it from sliding back.
Yes.
All right, great. In that case, we go to Xanthias.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi there. It's me, Xanthias.
So you can see Ophelia has been umbrellaed up on the roof, and
no more-
the roper is now there's the only dark mantle left is the one on Ophelia, and then the roper has currently got a Penelope and Rowan grabbed by tendrils.
Yeah.
And it does look like it's pulling them, and it's got this giant. It's like a stalagmite, but it has this huge toothy maw, and it's like ah.
Are there any
Sarlact.
magical darkness? Any markness?
No, I believe because this one hasn't activated it, and you killed all the others. So.
Oh yeah. In that case, I would like to Scorching Ray. If that thing is going to open its toothy maw, I'm going to Scorching Ray right into it, like Independence Day.
All right.
So.
Hey boys, I'm back.
So 3 shots. I have to declare the
Fox
3.
1, Fox 3.
I want to watch that again.
It's a good movie.
Should we just watch it right now on stream?
Do it.
Welcome to Earth.
Or we could just act it out.
Oh,
Yeah?
wow. Jeff Goldblum. Ooh, he plays a scientist. He's a bit kooky. Anyway,
So do I have to say all 3 of them straight away?
no, you can do them one at a time.
All right. In that case, Roper's Mouth for the
Roper.
first shot.
Sure.
This is a +6 to hit. That is a natural 1 because it rolled off my death touch thing.
Okay.
That's
First
a
one
miss.
misses.
Second one
You got your bardic inspiration as well. You can add.
is a 19 +6. That's true. I do have bardic inspiration, which I can add to attacks, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, I will do that. So it's a
To the-
D8.
To the nat 1.
No, to the second hit.
You're doing it to attack.
You don't
It doesn't add to damage. It adds to the attack roll.
Yeah.
attack roll.
Oh, the attack
Can't
roll.
add it to damage.
Okay. Well, either way, this is a 2d6.
26 hits.
Fire.
25. Sorry,
20.
hits.
So you hit, right?
I did.
He didn't spend it yet, Trot.
You can if you want. On the attack. You want to do that?
Damage?
It doesn't add to damage.
Con save adds thunder damage.
If you use it on an attack roll.
Right.
Let's just be clear about the mechanics, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you spend the bardic on an attack roll,
Okay. Well, I did
then
it on
it
the first
does
one around. I
extra
did it on
thunder
this one,
damage because of Trot's.
I'll use it on the
knowledge.
next.
It's a little voice. It's like Narvi and saying.
You can't add the dice to damage rolls.
That is 12 max damage.
12 max damage
fire
to
damage
the roper.
To the roper's mouth, specifically.
Mouth.
Oh, look.
I could have done it to one of them.
So you can see that this thing, its body is coated in thick rock, and you just happen to catch its open mouth, and you do scorch the inside of it, and you can see it kind of reacts. But its outhide looks really tough to penetrate, but that does hit and does significant damage
Weak
to
spot.
Okay. The glowing spot for massive damage.
it. You have one more scorching ray left.
I'm going to do the same, but on the roper's mouth, but I'm going to use the bardic on this one.
Okay.
That is so it's a D8 I add, yeah?
Yes.
Well, that is an 18 plus 6. 24 to hit.
Does hit.
And
Con
then
save.
Con save.
15.
Yeah, that's going to succeed. 20.
Well, piss in my.
So I don't add thunder damage.
Does it do half?
No, it just doesn't do it.
Okay. Well, I do 7 fire damage this time.
7 more points of fire damage. This one doesn't quite strike the full of the inside mouth. It kind of catches on the outskirts. Some of that stone absorbing some of the blow, but still doing some damage to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it doesn't look particularly perturbed by what you've done to it so far.
Shit. I probably should have gone for the tentacles, but
All right.
I knew they were harder to hit.
End of turn.
Yeah.
All right. Roper's turn. It yanks the other two 25 more feet. They are now 10 feet away from its mouth, dangling upside down. Oh, sorry, it would move 10 feet down, and then it would pull you close enough. It's now 50 feet above, and I will roll a d6 to see if it attacks either Penelope or Rowan.
Which one am I?
You will be 1 to 3. Penelope will be 4 to 6. 5. So she attacks poor little Penelope.
Yeah.
Chomp. She is restrained, so I have advantage. Ooh, 22 to hit.
I was just giving Ophelia ideas.
Well, 18.
No, just like, you know,
Tentacles.
like, yeah, like with the whip, like just
Pull them in.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Hinging that jaw.
yeah, like a snake.
Or Kirby.
Like a sneak.
Yeah.
Don't need to suck blood when you eat an entire body.
You watch as this thing basically pulls Penelope into its mouth, bites down. You see blood just spray down as Penelope is on 3 hit points left.
Oh my god!
Did 24 points of damage to her, just, and you just hear this like kind of scream echo from above, and she's still like right next to it. It's pulled you both up, and it's like chomped into Penelope, but it's trying to decide what it wants to do.
That's hell on earth.
Probably like catches a whole ass arm in there and like just bites
Ass
and
arm.
breaks. You can hear bones snap and things like that.
Oh my god.
Boy.
That is, it's.
That's pretty
Oh no,
arrogant.
it can use more tendrils.
Individual bars of Kit Kat feel when I'm looking at them.
Gruff and Xanthias. It's also going to try and use its tendrils to try and grab you guys. for
More
tasty
tendrils?
meals.
Another one?
16 to hit Xanthias.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
It wraps you up with a tentacle. Gruff.
When it
That
pulls
is
me
going to be
upside
a
down.
24.
Oh god!
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
The two of you, because it would have done this and then used its real. Apologies, I got my order out of case. But you are now 25 feet up in the air. You can feel as well that when these tendrils hit you, it like saps some of your strength. You have disadvantage on strength saving throws and strength checks, and you are restrained. So you're currently all now 4 of you are hanging upside
When it flips
down.
me upside down, I just smash my head against the boat. That's why I've got disadvantage.
He's concussed as well.
Yeah.
If
I
my
think
boat
you
kills
slayed
you-
one of the tentacles,
I did.
so it only has 5 tentacles currently, one of which is badly injured. Alrighty, so then poor little Penelope, on her turn, she will desperately try and heal herself with just a healing word. That's all she's got.
Okay, yeah.
So she will give herself, lovely, 6 hit points back. Oh no! Poor little thing, poor little
Rams
fella.
get pissed. Did Rams get pissed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems
he
pretty
doesn't
grumpy
like
all the
Percy.
time.
Yeah.
We've met angry trees before.
Yeah.
And it
Gonna
was
happen
fine.
again.
That is a bonus action, and then she, for her action, I forgot she has this ability. She will just kind of be like, please, little friends, come on and help me, please. And she kind of lets out like this call, and it sounds like chittering insects. And she's going to use her Conjure Woodland Army ability.
Yes.
Army.
As loads of bugs like crawl out of the stone walls and things.
The tiny little rallying trumpet.
Yeah, like, and like all these like bugs swarm the roper. She does have to make an attack roll to see if she can hit the roper. That was kind of cocked. That is just barely gonna. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna spend a fate point because I think this is gonna miss. So I will spend one of my fate points to add it to Penelope's to just push it over because I think
That's
it's
a
19.
benefit to us, though.
It is, yeah. I mean, sometimes I do that, right? She's an NPC. And this is going to be 2d10 plus 3 damage as all these insects bite into this thing. But this is a once per day. She can't use this again today.
2d10.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Plus 3. So that is going to be 12 points of damage. It does affect an area, but she's just going to concentrate it on the roper, basically.
Cool. That's awesome.
So that would be 20.
Go, bugs, go!
Yeah, so all these like little bugs like swarm into it, get into its mouth and bite, and, like tearing it, but it's just covered in them, and then they all sort of disperse.
Fight for the queen!
For the queen! But that is going to be her turn, which takes us to the top of a brand new round. Boat doesn't move because Gruff rode it. Daisy.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I try and hit the tentacle that Penelope is held by?
You absolutely can.
17 to hit.
17 total.
Yeah.
It's not enough. These tendrils are pretty tough, like the creature itself. They're made of like, they are like stringy and tenuous, but they're almost like hard, like rocky as well. And the blade just glances off it, unfortunately.
Try again, I guess.
Bonus action, sure.
Same.
Same. Unfortunately, just glance off its stony surface of this weird tendril-like creature. Anything else, Daisy, on your turn?
Does it have another tentacle?
It has one more. You can see it like writhing around.
Can I take like a dodge action as my bonus?
You
Like,
can't as a rogue, no. You can dash, hide, and use an object. Monks can bonus action dodge if they spend a key point.
You used your bony on the second attack, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's true,
Never
yeah.
mind.
So, yep.
I do shit, fuck all.
All right. In that case, we go to Ophelia, up on the ceiling.
Can Ophelia sort of listen out for Penelope's screaming and the struggling, and can she kind of run down the wall towards the roper, but as she's running down, like throw herself against the wall to try and damage
slam your head against the
umbrella
wall.
guy? To do damage to it as she's running down the wall.
I will say, like, you can attack this thing on you. Like, it would just be a normal attack, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to flavor it, that
Yeah.
as you're doing it, instead of using veracity, you're like slamming your body against the stone.
Just, like, running,
I love that.
scraping
It's just,
against the
it's a
wall.
cool way of describing the attack. But you can attack this thing normally. Like, it's on you, but you you can still attack it. Like, even with, you can be like trying to stab it and like, batter it and stuff. Absolutely. So you would move down. So you can move next to the roper because you've got enough movement.
Yeah, but
Cool.
can I like as I'm running towards the roper, then try and like bash into the roper to try and then throw that off balance a little bit, but also damage the
okay, so that would be getting to a
guy?
different thing because you're basically talking about you want to try and damage the roper and this thing. I would say that this. So I would allow it as a
Okay.
devil's bargain. Spend a fate point. If you fail, you will fall off the
Yep.
wall and you'll plummet into the water because you're basically, and that might cause damage because you'll
Yep.
be impacting it because you're currently 60 feet up in the air. So that would be 66 falling damage. 'Cause
Into
you're-
water.
Well, water, like if you hit
like
water from a high
concrete.
altitude.
Well, yeah, but I just thought it might be less than concrete.
But if you
concrete.
succeed, I will let you basically
Belly flop.
do one attack against the Dark Mantle,
Mm-hmm.
and if you hit that attack, I will let you do damage to both creatures.
Okay. Cool.
All right, spend a fate point for a devil's bargain.
The bargain!
A bargain has been made.
And I have -2 because of the
And you are blinded, so you have disadvantage.
roll
But
well.
you could reckless, and then you would
Roll
get.
well, forehead.
Really well.
So single
have you
roll.
considered that?
Also, would you like to spend a fate point?
I would, yes please.
Imagine not rolling well.
Just roll well
Imagine,
now.
it could never be me. 18.
Hits. Success.
Amazing, cool.
So just do veracity damage. Let's just make it not a normal veracity.
Alrighty.
And add all your normal bonuses,
Damage,
rage.
10,
Yeah, but we-
12, 14
Oh.
damage.
Have you got any blood points you want to spend and stuff? Like
Oh
again,
shit, yeah.
like,
I'll add an extra d6. One, so 15 damage.
15 points of damage. Alrighty. That is enough to finish this thing off.
Amazing.
And also, again, like you kind of slam yourself into this thing head first, like impaling the roper, maybe getting an attack in with Rusty at the same time. And
Nice.
I will do damage to that as well.
Awesome.
So 15. So I'll just say 8 points of damage to that. So yeah, and then the thing on your head just kind of relaxes and falls off. Yeah, and flies down
you just froze
into
it
the
off.
water.
Does it fall onto Rowan?
Like a paper bag.
Feet. Oh, bloody hell!
Ophelia's
Another one!
just wild and slick with slime.
You're also hanging from the wall as well, so it's like at an angle.
Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy right now.
They are now all dead, so we would immediately go to Rowan.
Rowan is going to enhance ability. Oh, it's touch. How close am I to Penelope? Can I swing myself
Yeah.
on the tendrils?
Yeah,
I'm going to
absolutely.
touch Penelope and
Okay.
enhance her with Bear's Endurance. So she has advantage on con checks.
On Constitution checks.
Is
Okay.
that the good one? What was
you tell me.
When she was getting chomped down, what did she roll to save?
That was just an attack roll from the roper. It's a strength if she tries to break free. And
Full strength.
Which she currently has disadvantage on, so you would cancel out
I will
the
cancel out the
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Okay,
with that.
all right.
Nice.
You swing over, get a hand out, you grip Penelope, and
That's
manage to give...
concentration though, so I'll
Okay.
have to
All right,
bear
remember
that in
that.
mind. Cool. So I did.
He's got a concentration tag to add to you.
Amazing.
Concentration.
And now,
Snack onto your restrained.
Concentration.
and I can't
No
healing word
breathing.
with that, can I?
Sorry?
Healing word bonus.
No, because you've already cast a spell.
Enhance ability is a spell, not a conjure.
It's a spelly spell. In which case, that is me, basically.
Okay.
I think I killed Penelope.
No,
With
I
conditions.
did. I did. I'll leave that off. I know she's restrained. All right, done, Rowan?
Done, Rowan.
All right, in that case, we go to Gruff.
Hello. Can I also swing around and touch Penelope?
You are, because you are 25 feet below them, so she got pulled up twice, you've only been pulled up once. So you're currently 25 feet. In fact, I'll move you guys, these guys.
So
So I'll move these guys all up here. And then I'll move you guys to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between.
So you are in between.
Makes
Sure.
sense.
So is there a way I can get closer to her? Like
You are restrained, your speed is 0. You've basically, imagine your legs and body are all wrapped up and you're being pulled up. Like some gross, monster has like whipped you and is pulling you up
A
into it.
half-life barnacle.
Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to think of, a barnacle.
She's within 30 foot of me though, right?
She is within 30 feet of you, yes.
Okay. Gruff will explode with light as an aura of vitality emits from him. And I will use so that's my action. My bonus action, I will heal one creature in the aura
Six.
to 2d6.
Lovely.
5 lovely points.
5 lovely
into
points.
that goblin.
All right, 5 lovely points. She's looking about half, bloodied still, but, definitely a lot better from what it was. But that bite was a vicious attack, and if that happens again, that might be curtains. So.
She's at half-life right now. With barnacle.
Yeah.
It's 20
Freeman.
Free man.
That's the title.
Gordon Freeman.
Anything else, Gruff, on your turn?
I love you like sun rays.
All right, Xanthias.
Hey, what up?
Zombie
How far away am I from this? 25 feet.
You are technically, 25 feet from this thing, because it's 50 feet.
Could I, in a feat of amazing strength, swing myself up and climb up the tentacle towards this
Your
thing?
speed is 0. You
My
cannot,
speed is 0,
one of your,
but-
imagine, maybe one of your arms is wrapped up, one of your legs, it's not just you're hanging upside down, you cannot move.
Yeah. I wanted to
Wrapped
basically
up.
climb straight into this thing's mouth.
Okay.
What the hell?
Make yourself look like a snack.
Wait a couple of turns. You'll
Yeah,
do
I mean,
it.
it would literally do that next turn.
Well, then
Pull
I
you
was
up
going
closer.
to blast fire straight into its mouth again.
Oh, you'd have disadvantage. I mean, you have disadvantage anyway because you're restrained.
No, I would have burning hands, but again, into its mouth.
Sure.
But if I'm far away, so I have disadvantage on ranged anyway because I'm restrained, right?
Yeah.
That's annoying, but I will make do because I'll just use a cantrip. Yeah, in that case, I will produce flame and throw it
Okay.
At what?
at. Let's say
You can attack the tendrils.
Yeah, I think I'll go for the tendril that is again holding on to Penelope.
Okay.
Do I know hitting the tendrils, is that damaging the creature?
No.
It's not.
It's just destroying the tendrils.
Yeah, it's just delaying things, isn't it? All right, I think it's worth.
But it's
kind
also
of,
But 4 of you are wrapped up and can't do much right now. So it would free people.
yeah, but once one a turn, it'd be quicker just to kill the thing,
Sure.
right?
You do whatever you want.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
It's easier to hit as well, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, with disadvantage as well. I don't trust myself to hit.
Just as a point, it's not easier to hit. The tendril and the thing have the same.
Same.
AC.
Oh, fine. I'll hit
I
it.
might have misspoke earlier. I think I said, "Oh, the tendrils are hard to hit," and I corrected myself and said, "Oh, actually, no, they're not."
Okay,
you
fine.
might have missed that.
I'll just with disadvantage produce flame and throw it at this thing.
Alrighty.
So it's again a +6 to hit, natural 20.
Just roll another one of
Got a
those.
13, so 19 to hit. This thing's AC, god damn.
I will tell you now, its AC is 20.
I should have figured it. Shit.
So with that, Xanthius, you throw the flame up, and it closes its eye in its mouth, and it just impacts on the stony surface, and then it opens them again.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a nasty thing.
It's
Nasty
just a
creature.
cantrip. I'm going to Seeking Spell it.
Okay.
So I
Get to re-roll it.
just straight up reroll and use that.
You can add fate to a re-roll, by the way.
Can I now?
Yeah.
There's only one fate left.
Yes, for now.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I want to hit this thing hard and fast with my cantrip. 16 plus 6, 22.
22 hits.
22 hits. And we're deep in a cave, right?
Deep.
Do whatever you want.
No one will really know if I enhanced it a little.
Whatever
Right?
you like, Tom.
That's your decision, Thomas.
Everyone's hanging upside down or has a bag on their face or is underwater.
There's no more bags.
You've
quite
just got
dark.
a secret seeking spell on your neck. That's fine.
Yeah. I've enhanced with this thing before. I'm going to enhance.
Okay.
So it's 2d8
Noted.
plus a d10, right?
Plus a d10.
Great. Wow. 18 damage.
18 points of damage. That's a nice bit of damage.
It's a pretty decent amount of damage. And because I spent sorcery points, that goes into my runes.
Yes.
Got 5 runes. I'm glowing.
You are, in fact, you do begin to
actually-
glow. So I think this is the first time you've had 5 runes activated,
Possibly.
right? I think so. So those of you, you see that it's not just like Xanthius has the corrupted hand, but like out from his chest, like up onto his neck, around his arm, like arcane glyphs, like runes and sigils are appearing glowing over Xanthius' skin, and he is now radiating enough light that it creates, 20 feet of dim light or something like that?
don't
10
think it's
feet of light?
20.
I think it's like 10 foot of light or something like that?
5.
Oh, 5 feet. But he
5
is
feet of-
visibly glowing.
5
Oh,
feet.
wow.
5 feet bright, 5 feet dim.
So about 10 feet of light, yeah. So yeah, you see this happen, and yeah, the impact, this bloodies the creature. It kind of roars as its like eye gets caught in the flame, all black stone around it. It's definitely hurt at this point. Let's still stand.
Nice. How much? Is it a d6? Or
D6,
something?
please.
Yep. 5.
5 psychic damage to you.
Done.
End of turn.
It is the first amount of damage I've taken this fight, so that's not too bad. That is the end of my turn. It's how a spring would end their turn.
Do you think glowing is subtle?
Subtle.
You've moved up next to this thing.
No,
Yeah.
not in any way, shape, or form.
So Daisy, it's going to try and
Glowing's
use
not
its
crying
last
still.
tentacle to try and grab you.
This will be fun.
It doesn't have advance or anything, but I think that's still going to hit, unfortunately, because that is going to be a 21.
Yeah.
So you are now restrained, grabbed.
Oh, great.
You are then pulled 25 feet up. The rest of you are pulled up
Fuck's
into the
sake.
creature's mouth. Everybody is up here now, except for Daisy.
Party!
Yes.
We all have disadvantage to hit.
So
don't we?
Ophelia,
I'm not.
you're not restrained. You're,
No.
She's not restrained, but
You're the only
she's
one that's
within range.
yeah.
The rest of you are all, but your disadvantage, you've proven like it. You can still hit with it. It's unlikely, but you can still do it.
Likely.
Then it is going to bite. Now, this thing, it's not the brightest bulb, so I'm gonna roll for its random target. It's got 5 targets within
nice.
range. Penelope will be 1, Rowan will be 2, Xanthius will be 3,
Yeah.
Gruff will be 4, Ophelia will be 5, and on a 6, I will target the creature with the lowest current HP, which is going to be Penelope.
Okay.
Because it will go for whatever is the
Yeah.
bloodiest. Like
Yeah.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Me,
Gruff.
yeah.
So it tries to bite you, Gruff. It does have advantage because you are restrained. Whoop, that's pretty lucky. A 1 and a 3, a total of 10.
Does not hit.
So if I may, I like that the lion pauldron is
Yes.
what catches its mouth and just gives you enough time to like squirm out the way as the bite like deflects off the pauldron, as you just wiggle out of its way.
Nice.
As it avoids it, and it only gets the 1 attack with its bite, but it does have a bunch of you all wrapped up in its little goop. Then it is little Penelope's go. Penelope is going to. Doesn't have a lot of spells left. She will.
She does have the strength as well.
She does. She will try and get herself free. Yeah, because she currently has that.
no
She doesn't have
disadvantage,
disadvantage.
Yeah.
She's not the strongest, but on a 17 with a -2, she manages to with like a little goblin muscles bulging from Rowan's magic. She frees herself. She now has a choice because she either has to drop into the water, which is quite high up and she's quite hurt, or she's like holding on to the tendril like a rope at the moment, but she doesn't count as being restrained anymore. So she's currently not
If
restrained.
it was like a controlled, like you can drop into water without.
60 feet? What's like a high? Like that's pretty high,
My
right?
reaction.
I mean, if she.
Feather fall her.
You could.
Can I do that?
Yeah, if you want to. Like you could say that like
is
you could tell her to.
concentration?
No, I don't believe so.
But she's already used her.
She's used her
enhanced
thing, so
ability.
it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Yeah, do you want to say you're just like, you can drop?
It's okay.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. And then you react.
Oh, I gotta do a thing.
She will float down and land gently in the water.
Nice.
Like a leaf on the wind.
The boat starts flying.
She better get that boat. We're gonna lose it.
Alrighty. So she is not being held anymore. Still does have a tendril, but now Daisy is held in the 5th one. Right. Top of a brand new round. Daisy.
I'll try and hit the creature.
Sure. You can try and break free.
What?
The tendril.
The tendril.
No, the creature.
Are you going to try and hit the actual creature?
It's the same AC for everything,
It is.
so it doesn't really matter.
Stab it up.
Sure.
Swing into it.
Shift, shift, shift.
All right, throw.
Nope.
No?
Just nope.
All right.
Bonus action. Also no.
Okay.
Garbage.
She's been too wrapped up, unable to get quite through. Ophelia,
Yeah, Ophelia will.
you are not restrained.
Not restrained. I will raise veracity and reckless attack. Yeah, just.
You get
stab it
you
up.
get the advantage this time.
Yeah. Amazing. 13 to hit that one.
Jesus Christ.
Even a fate, literally, even if you had any, it wouldn't
It
help.
wouldn't have helped.
No,
You
right, yeah.
strike the stony surface of this thing, trying to fence with it, but it's just you can't penetrate its hide.
Die! Please!
Anything else on your turn, Ophelia?
No, I've got no bonus actions or anything. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
Rowan.
yeah, you gave your whip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rowan.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm
He's got an
gonna
idea.
cast
Look at this guy.
Phantasmal force on this motherfucker,
Okay.
and it's gonna see a bunch of these fucking darkness creating boys. What are they called?
Dark mantles.
Just a bunch of them, just pissing him off, creating darkness everywhere.
Okay.
And it's gonna hurt his mind anyway. So, intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving
Yeah.
How smart is this guy?
Bad.
Yeah.
He's not a bright bulb. Fail.
So it's a really enormous 10-foot cube version of this thing that's
Yep.
distracting him now. It can do an intelligence check on its turn
Yep.
to succeed. It treats it as if it's real.
Yep. It
And-
takes a bunch of damage, right?
Yeah. So can I make it so that it is thinks it's in darkness from getting squitted?
I'm gonna say so you can, but that's not gonna make it blind, right? Because you can't.
Can it do the psychic damage then?
You can. You
Of the
basically,
effect.
it's like these things are attacking it.
It's
Like
not
it
doing the
would.
darkness effect. But
It would imagine that these things are attacking it, and that's causing harm to it.
Yeah.
In the sense, if you create the illusion of a fire, it wouldn't burn anything. You can't make darkness that it can't see, but you can make it feel like it's taking damage from something.
So I'm picturing in its mind, Mama Squiddy
Dark
Boy
mantle.
umbrellas come
Yeah.
out.
Who flies out
and
of
is
the
pissed
darkness
off
and is
that
like,
this roper's
yeah,
and is attacking him
sure,
now.
yeah, absolutely. And so it will take damage. Is that on its turn?
D6 on my turn.
All right, let's roll your d6. It's concentration, I believe. This
6!
6 points of damage.
Right
Yep.
into its noggin.
See, this thing's looking pretty rough at this point. Whatever is going on in its mind is clearly affecting it. Some sort of green acidic ichor is coming spewing out.
Ew.
Anything else on your turn, Rowan?
I think that's it, really.
All right, in that case, we go to Gruff.
Hello. Am I
Hello.
considered a medium creature?
You are.
Okay. Um, And if I wild shape, I'm gonna lose the aura vitality.
No.
No?
Yeah, you can keep concentrating on spells. You just can't cast any more spells.
them,
But you can keep
okay.
concentration. So a known druidic tactic that you cast a spell that has concentration and then ship into your wild form. Obviously, your new wild shape form might have a lower con, so you might fail at concentration checks.
I'm probably gonna lose this in a second anyway, because I'm about to do something really stupid.
Okay.
I will at first use my bonus action on my aura vitality to heal Altheya.
Oh, thank you.
For 6 points.
Thank you.
Chomp
It
on
all
Every
that.
turn,
It all
6
helps.
HP every turn, ain't
Yeah, it's
bad.
good.
Aura Vitality is very good, yeah.
It is.
And then, can I please wild shape into a little octopus?
Yeah.
A little octopus.
So, like a small creature.
So it's a small creature.
Yeah.
What's he look like?
I can't decide octopus or weasel.
You're going into water, so.
If I'm going into water,
Can it be a furry octopus?
Oh, it could be. That'd be real messed up.
I don't want
Was
that.
the narwhal furry?
Yeah.
The Dumbo octopus?
The Dumbo octopus with little like gruff ears.
No.
All right. Is that what you want to do?
I think I'm just trying to decide between a weasel, because then I can climb up, or an octopus, because then I drop down.
So here's the thing: if you turn into a weasel, because that's a tiny creature, I believe, you will immediately slip out of the tentacle grip, and I will have you just fall.
Oh, I can't climb.
Yeah,
the climbing speed.
no, I'll allow you. I'll say that. Yeah, you can immediately grip onto the tendril and then climb up it. Yeah, I'd say you could do that.
Go, 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 go.
If you turn into an octopus, though, you're falling.
I've got it. But I swim, so it's okay. Let me just quickly...
Well, you still have to impact on the water,
Yeah, that's 3 HP. Little octopus has only
though. I
got
think it will be very quickly back to gruff.
But I won't be restrained.
That's true.
I'm gonna turn into a weasel actually, because I want to climb.
Sure.
And
You turn into a little, black and
and
white
white.
weasel.
weasel, and I can climb
Little
30
lion
foot.
cloud mane.
So yeah, I can climb 30 foot.
Yeah.
So
I'd say you climb up onto like the roof of the cavern or whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
can I almost like climb onto the roof, like the rope, like the top of the roper?
Yes.
Like yeah. So I'm kind of like, it can't even see me because I'm like on his little head.
Yes, I will still say it will be able to try and tendril you because it can use its tendrils.
Will he still
to, like-
tendril me on the ceiling?
It could try.
Its tendrils have 80 feet reach.
Yeah. But it has to make an attack roll.
I just want
don't know what your
his
AC
blind
is
spot.
as a
It's
weasel.
not great. I'm a weasel. I'm a fucking weasel.
I will give
I
it
have
disadvantage on its attack roll
Okay.
because it won't be able to see you
hard
well.
To
I'm a
get
little
the
black
tiny,
weasel.
tiny weasel,
Yeah.
surely.
Well, I mean that would be reflected in its AC
What's the AC?
13.
Weasel on.
because that's its dex and its size. So I will give it disadvantage on its attack roll though.
I'm great at stealth apparently.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could. Oh no, you've used. Yeah, you
I've
can't.
used
The
my
next
action
turn
to
you
turn
can
into
try
a
and hide.
weasel. I've used my bonus action.
How
to
helpful a
heal
weasel's
Altheya.
going to be for the rest of you, I don't know.
Just you
but-
watch.
But I would say it will have disadvantage. No, in fact, not disadvantage. I will give you 3/4 cover, which is
blessed.
+5 AC.
Blessed art thou.
Because you can like scurry round behind it, and
Yeah.
it's got to like
Yeah.
reach behind
What's the
itself.
attack of a weasel?
I can bite.
Yeah.
What damage does that do?
D4, probably.
1 piercing damage.
1 piercing. It's not even a dice roll. That's a
little
guaranteed
weasel.
damage, though.
But that's what Gruff's done. Gruff is now a weasel. You've retreated for now. Xanthius.
Hi there. I had big
You are
plans
up
for
in
my
its
turn.
grill.
Oh, seeing how effective Rowan's mind attacks have been, I'm going to use a mind slither on it, which is an intelligence saving throw. Intelligence
Fail.
14.
3.
Neat. This is a 2d6 of
Psychic.
brain. That is 8 brain I do to this thing.
8 brain.
And
Whatever is going on, this thing is not happy. It's like looking around at like this fake thing, then suddenly out of nowhere, like this pain in its mind.
The lion's gone.
Yeah.
Lion's just gone,
Pissed.
though. Also, I've been reliably informed that my class feature, the class feature that takes 5 runes to activate, is as bright as a candle.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's like a tiny little benefit to a very cool
scented
because your runes is more about absorbing damage. This is like an add-on to that. It's like a little flavor thing.
Are you a scented candle?
Yeah, of
What do you
course.
smell like?
I am as bright as a scented candle, but I stink like Xanthias.
Oh, okay.
Like
So-
Xanthias's bath bomb from
Yeah, exactly. From Beauty Sleep, available now.
Nice.
Anything else on your turn, Xanthias?
Oh god, I almost threw up. No, that is the lot, I believe.
The Roper.
So
Ophelia is going to try and get you with its tendril.
Fair.
It wouldn't have advantage. Oh, did you reckless?
Yes.
Oh, it's cocked. Oh, actually, not too bad. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
This is
Oh, tendril whips into the stone next to you. You dodge to the side.
again.
It pulls Daisy up next to it. Blip.
now we're all hanging
At
out.
this point, I'm going to remove Gruff because you're not restrained.
weasel.
You're a weasel. I'm going to remove you.
So
Fix this.
it's Rowan, Daisy, and me,
And the Roper.
and the Roper hanging
All right, I'm going to just move Ophelia
many
down.
feet in the air.
Pretty much at the ceiling, right?
Yeah. You're 20 feet off the ceiling.
One of us looks like a fairy light.
Right.
You're
It pulls Daisy up, and then it's going to randomize its attack again. I'll do a D4 this time. Daisy will be 1, Rowan will be 2, Ophelia 3, Xanthias 4. 2, Rowan again.
Rowan.
Tries to bite you, Rowan. Does have advantage.
Nom nom.
Natural 1 on the first. Oh, 16 on the second, so it is definitely going to hit.
Yep.
With its big
this
old
is a
chomper.
Modded to March.
Boy.
Watch this.
That's
It's
right.
gonna be nothing.
He's got all of his defensive shit he can do.
Kind of and all that shit.
It's 2 max.
Oh really?
21.
Already
Nearly a
used my
max. 20. Oh no, that was another max. It's another 8.
Oh my god.
24, 29. 33 points of piercing damage to you there,
I
Rowan.
can't react because I use Featherfall on Penelope.
You've had a turn since then,
oh,
so you get a reaction
That's great.
back.
Oh my god.
That would have
Back
knocked me
in.
out.
That's absurd.
He's back in.
Let me-
48 plus 4
I mean,
damage.
it's a thing that takes several.
And it
turns
only
to
gets
set
that
up,
one bite
so
attack as well.
Yeah.
It gets that one bite attack, so it does a lot of damage.
It's got a lot of setup to it.
Stone's endurance.
D12, so I'll just roll it.
D12.
We 4. Oh,
Done enough.
plus 2, I think it is. Yeah. Well, shit, guys.
How much do you reduce it by?
6.
So 33 down to 27.
I'm still alive!
By how much?
By very little. 27, you say?
By 27.
Big snack.
I'm down to 4.
Chomp.
HP.
All right,
Lots
that is
of Rowan blood comes out now next to Penelope's blood.
that is the Roper's turn. Penelope on her turn will use another use of healing word on Rowan.
I'm fine.
Oh, actually, yeah,
Save
60
yourself.
feet. Oh no,
The roper came down
the Roper came down. You're right, absolutely right.
because I've hit it.
4 HP back. Rowan! She reaches up, tries to get you. Thank you. And then she will swim over to the
Yeah.
boat and like gets the stick and is trying to keep this
Nice.
thing going.
Remove yourself from the theatre of conflict.
Just tries to keep the boat there for the time being. We get to go to the top of a brand new round, which I know we're getting close to a break, but you're so close. Just a couple more hits and we'll finish this thing off.
Do something!
Daisy.
I'm gonna try and hit it, I suppose. Nope.
First one, second one.
Nope.
You sure?
6 plus 7 will not
Oh
hit.
no, that won't hit. No. All right, so Daisy.
It's disadvantage, so there's like very
Well, this
little.
is why like you've got guys who can do saving throw stuff, which is good against this thing. It's a good teamwork element to it.
Took us a bit to kick into the. Oh, we should do intelligence.
Ophelia.
testing.
Phyllis is going to try and keep whacking this thing.
Yeah, sure.
Reckless again.
Yeah, reckless advantage.
Intelligence saving throws.
Oh, 19. Hello, buddy. You hid from me. 24.
Will hit.
Sick.
Oh,
Wicked
She does the damage on this. How are we getting down?
D8. I'm going to use blood points, extra D6, and that's a D10. Wrong dice. 8, 9, 10,
Oh, that
11.
went right through my brain.
Sorry, so 13, 14,
damage?
15 damage.
Mind slither.
As you're all dangling there, and Xanthias is like, "How are we going to get down?" You see Ophelia plunges Veracity into its eye.
Yes!
You feel this like squelch as the rope. All of the tendrils relax. Y'all are gonna fall.
So this does raise a question. Like, you can fall and dive from this height and not take damage from water. Like people do it all the time.
I feel like
I
if it's
will-
water, you should be able
People get knocked out from diving into water at that.
Yeah, but if
I
they
will do
fall flat into
reduced damage.
Yeah.
I will reduce the damage. I will half it. So
Yeah.
for every 20 feet you fall, you'll take a d6. So this will be 3d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Sure. Okay.
I'll do that.
Come on, 3
Because
ones.
I'm so nice.
Well, it's
gonna take
also
Rowan
it's
out,
also
isn't it?
water. Like in Minecraft, you fall into water, you negate all fall damage.
Well, this ain't
Is this Minecraft? I prefer Minecraft.
So also a single block.
If you dive wrong, I'll tell you what, I'll let you guys make acrobatics checks.
Yeah, that's. I feel like
If he gets a 1, can he get impaled by a stalagmite?
yeah. If I get a 1, I'm slamming into the boat.
Acrobatics checks
Very well.
from everybody who's going to fall.
I'm a
so not
weasel,
Ophelia.
so-
You're climbing, you're fine.
Yeah.
So it's Daisy, Xanthias, and
Oh
Rowan.
yeah, you're on the ceiling, right?
I'm on the rope though.
11.
14.
13.
14, 13, 11. I will say a 14 is enough to perform an adequate, like, you tuck your arms and legs in Daisy, you're going to kind of go in.
13,
They're going
however.
to reduce it for you to just 1d6
same
of
thing, but
damage.
head
This is
first.
still a bit of an impact. But Xanthias and Rowan are still going to take 3d6 of damage because you don't land very
You
well.
land perfectly into the water. However, you're so heavy that you go straight into the floor underneath.
The water parts before he gets
Did you roll full damage?
No.
3d6?
God.
How many 6s out of 3d6 do you think I rolled? The answer was 2 and a 5. You'd be right.
What's the average roll on 3d6? Depends if you're attacking Rowan. 17.
Monster.
Katie takes 6. I rolled another 6.
You're a fucking nightmare.
like,
So I take.
Head first.
you hear a neck crunch.
What did I take? Sorry, did I take 17?
17 as well, yeah.
Fuck. I really, I just smash into the side of the boat before I go under.
That's so funny.
This fight.
But I mean, that is still better than just falling into concrete.
And 66
right?
of damage. Imagine if I rolled that for 66.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're currently at,
Yay.
if I keep that 6 that Daisy had, that's another one. It was 4 6s, a 5, and a 1.
Let's never fall again.
Right, just because Rowan's at 0, I'm going to move you guys all down.
He's also sinking. He's under the water.
And there's
He will do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
see you later.
Just a weird amount of
ragdoll.
current. Yeah.
Hitting every rock. Getting eaten by the
You're
fish.
getting flushed.
Bloop.
Isn't that like when Homer Simpson got thrown down the dam?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
When he does the jump.
fakes his death, doesn't he? And his mannequin just hits everything.
So good.
Right, with that, so that was on Ophelia's turn. You kill it. You technically still have movement and a bonus action left.
I guess Ophelia will start moving down.
You
toward-
just run down.
Run down the wall.
So you get about 30 feet down the wall. It's then Rowan's turn, which is why I want to keep initiative order. Death saving throw, please, Rowan.
Very well. That's a nat 1. No, it's a 4. It's a 4.
Oh my god!
It's a 4.
The greatest enemy of all, water.
Jesus.
A fall.
It
A
makes
fall.
sense that we die
looked
to a
like a
random
one.
encounter.
Oh my god. All right, well, it's still one failed death saving throw. One failed death saving throw.
Come on, Starmy.
That's a nat 20. No, I mean a 1. Oh, God, the
Then it would be
whiplash.
Gruffith's turn, who is currently 80 feet on the ceiling.
I can climb.
Oh, 60 feet, 60
I can
feet.
climb 30 foot.
So you get 30 feet down?
I'll climb 30 foot down. Does that put him in my aura?
What's the aura?
30 foot.
Then yeah, I'd say so. I'd say he's like on the surface about to go under.
Like the Titanic.
So Gruff is shouting, "Oh bloody hell!" But it comes out as, "Oh bloody
Yeah.
6 points of healing.
Just before you like your like chin is like and with that we will drop out of initiative.
Hell.
And that will be a lovely end to part 1 of this episode.
Holy shit.
We will see you all after the break. We will be back in just a short moment for part 2. We love you. Take care. See you in part 2.
Corridors!
Welcome back to part 2 of Altheya the Dragon Empire. Our party have been traversing an underground river where they were ambushed by a roper and several dark mentals, and a rather intense battle has taken place, with the party being gathered up by the roper's tendrils and having to fight it in the midair, but they have managed to succeed and defeat the creature. Maybe some of them plunged back into the river afterwards, but the thing is dead. You are all alive. Your lovely little friend Penelope is alive, and that is what really matters here. Before we move along, I was going to say, could anybody who feels that their character would care about this, about knowledge of monsters and things like that, and what they might be and things like that, could you make either an Arcana or a History check for me, please? Anybody who's interested.
Sure.
I think Rowan's not in the mind space right now.
He's not in the mood.
Got revived and slammed into the water.
-2 for us hungover lot, isn't it?
Yes.
So.
Ability check.
Oh, I'd like to come at this from a particular angle. I got a natural 20 on Arcana for 23.
Oh, I'll get you.
Oh, big
I
boy.
think, we celebrate each other's victories at this table, Ree.
Unless.
Depends how cocky I am going to be with this. I rolled a natural 20, everybody. Try rolling good.
Would you hear my score?
Yeah, what'd you get?
0.
A 0?
Roll a 2, -2.
Ah.
So get me.
I think my intention was to come at this from the crown steel angle of trying to identify if there's something odd about this creature.
Very
being in the Ash
interesting.
Hills, it's probably morphed in some way.
Interesting. What did Gruff get?
So I'm coming at this from the angle of history. And yeah, I actually rolled a 6.
6. All right. 6.
Next time he gets anything below a 5, can someone do that to him?
It will happen.
I was the victim of this. I was
And now
victim
I am.
number 1.
This is how generational trauma works.
When you're all done, would you like your knowledge?
Would you like your knowledge?
Yeah.
Xanthias. Yeah. Well, you can figure out, you can tell me maybe how you kind of know this, but what I will tell you is...
Sexily.
This creature, the roper specifically, it kind of detaches from the ceiling, it falls into the water beside your body kind of as you're swimming there. And as the rest of your team are kind of checking on Rowan and things like that, you recall stories from your youth, or perhaps as you've been sort of traveling around, that there is a particular type of vault spawn that long ago sort of escaped out into the Dragon Empire back when in the early days of the Dragon Empire, and sort of scattered itself around and it multiplied. And this creature, this vault spawn, is called a mimic. Ooh. And it can disguise itself as other things, and it can it lures people in and then eats them with a powerful bite. Okay. Now, these creatures, as they scattered, some of them seemingly became infused with other things. And the roper, this creature, you believe is infused with powerful earth essence and earth stone magic, basically. Okay. What this means is, and you suspect that there is probably some element of the natural crown still presence probably helped it mutate in some way. But what I will tell you is that these creatures there is a possibility you will be able to recover a magical ingredient from it. And magical ingredients can be used either to craft magic items or upgrade items into magic items. Very similar to the wood that you got from the necrotic tree. You might be able to recover something from this, a magical ingredient.
Ophelia probably would have done that anyway.
Yeah, if I succeeded.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to have the knowledge. Like, if you want it. So this is the thing.
She's probably already hacking at it.
She's trying to wear it as a hat. The Ophelia way.
Yeah. So to do that, Ophelia, if you are like trying to like see if there's anything valuable in this thing, like, you know, you dive underwater and start hacking away at it. This would be a dexterity check, I think, to like kind of cut open its inside, because you have to basically open its mouth and get into it to like dissect it, because its outer shell is natural rock. It's made of stone.
Would Ophelia crawl inside it?
Yeah, she's already up in there. Yeah. 9, 10, 11.
10 is enough to be able to recover something. You won't be able to get all of the potential ingredients out of this thing, but you will be able to recover one. I'll give you a choice. You find inside this creature there are two things that take interest to you. One is its heart. What you think it to be is like its beating heart. It isn't. It doesn't create blood. It doesn't have like. It's not a natural organ. It's almost crystalline and stone-like. And you're pretty sure that this has some value or magical essence to it or something like that. And that's one option. The other option is it has a extremely powerful digestive acid that an alchemist might be able to use in something as well. So the heart, the roper heart, counts as a magical ingredient that is attuned to earth or stone, which determines what kind of abilities it can be used to enchant and stuff. The acid is a powerful alchemical ingredient that will obviously have an acidic element to it.
Do I have anything to store the acid in?
Vials.
Yeah, we will say that you, for the purposes of this, you will need some sort of container. So you could.
those golden vials.
Yeah.
I have an empty water skin.
It would need to be, I would imagine, with a powerful acid like this, it either needs to be made of stone or it needs to be made of like glass or something like that. A water skin it will just eat through.
Okay, I think I will take the heart then.
Okay, yeah, you spend some time using like, veracity and maybe a cut knife or something like that. You manage to break up, chisel almost parts of it away, and you pull this crystalline heart out from it. And you can note down that you have a roper heart, which is a magical ingredient.
Oh. Yum, 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 yum.
While Ophelia's just butchering this thing, am I okay to use? So I cast Aura of Vitality.
You used it
for a
twice,
minute.
didn't you?
Use it twice.
Yeah. You've got 8
Three.
rounds.
I used it 3 times.
3 times, sorry, yes.
So can
That's
I?
correct.
Just
So
dish
you can do
out a
7
bit
more. 7 more castings. You're not in any serious rush. Absolutely.
I'll just do that in the background. Then.
Sure.
3.
Oh, thanks.
I think most of
I
it's going
think
to go on
Rowan
Rowan.
is the bet, yeah.
I'm up to 9.
Yeah.
7, 8.
17,
9.
Oh my god.
26.
Not 9. That was like a different 9.
I'm good.
35.
You're good.
There's 4 more uses, so I think you've got 3 left.
Yeah. How's Penelope?
Penelope's pretty bad. Like she's under half, basically.
I'll
just
go
at
for
half.
Penelope. That is a 7.
Okay, that brings her to 21 out of 27.
How's everyone else looking?
20.
So Xanthias gets 4.
Neat, thank you.
And you get a 6 plus 5, 11.
11, goddamn.
That is me.
35, hell yeah. Thank you very much. Big heals all around.
Alrighty.
That thing lasting like outside of combat is so strong.
Pretty tasty.
As long as the concentration's still there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm still a weasel.
He's still a weasel.
I'd like to think that the way I've
couldn't
healed
if you-
everyone is just by running around everyone.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
not
yeah.
casting the
Yeah.
spell, right? So you can
I
cast
was
Circle
already
of
up.
Light. You can have beat Aura Vitality,
Yeah.
sit in Wild Shape, and just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can just dish this out now every turn.
So this little, black furred, white speckled weasel just runs around everyone's shoulders, and as I do it, you heal.
What a you cute little creature. Why are you bestowing me with vitality? Can we keep you?
Where's Gruff?
We lost Gruff in the fight.
Gruff! Penelope!
But it's okay.
I wish to
This
comprehend
weasel
languages.
kind of looks like Gruff.
What's Rowan's intelligence? I don't think he would be like, Ruffy's gone!
-1.
-1, okay. Maybe he'd be
It's
a
an
bit
8.
sort of like, yeah, okay.
A lot happened to him as well.
Yeah, like Penelope would be like, what?
Could you see the weasel? It's
You mean-
healing us.
You mean Gruff?
No way. Gruff?
Well, I saw him transform while he was...
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a thing on me, and I was getting eaten.
Yeah, I think you were getting eaten at the time,
You
so
were
it makes
getting...
sense.
Are you okay?
I'm all right now. Gruff healed me, yes. Like,
Thank you, Gruff. Weasel Gruff. I pat Weasel Gruff.
do you want an acorn or a nut? I've got some nuts. She pulls them out of like a pocket in a tunic. They're a bit wet now.
Gruff's like, this is really undignified, but I am hungry. He takes the snake.
Like,
Look at his little paws, his little grabby,
Little grabby hands.
paws. Oh!
Very cute, Gruff. You should keep this up. You'd all fit in the boat easier if you stayed a weasel.
Yeah.
I think this is better than Kitten Gruff.
Well,
That's what
we
you
haven't
wanna
seen it. The weasel's very cute, Gruff.
This is number 1 right
You're looking
now.
very cute, Gruff. I don't understand if you can even understand me right now.
I bite. No, I don't bite.
Punch!
Giant Gruff.
If you wild shape into a smaller form, eat big nut, and then wild shape back into regular size, will that sustain you for...
No.
No?
No, because I feel like my stomach would get bigger, but...
Yeah, wild shape also doesn't last all day. It only lasts a set number
What
of
if you
hours.
wild shape, eat something huge, and then reduce in size? Do you explode?
Do you explode? No.
Probably just throw up.
Everything adjusts to your new size.
It'll shape.
So small nut, big for small weasel, bigger for big gruff?
No.
Question mark?
Human acorn?
Big, small, big, small.
Please move
What
on.
a great... I mean, how can I when he's... I can't mid-talking him just be like, shut up, Tom.
You have that
No, you
power.
absolutely can. You
Well,
absolutely
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Right. With that, you guys, Ophelia finishes harvesting the roper heart. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Like, at this point, again, like, as long as somebody's kind of maintaining the boat, you can keep it in position. You still got a little bit of journey left to go, but not too long now. You do think that you've been traveling for quite some time through this cave system. By Rowan's assumption, you should be able to get somewhere close.
Can we have any sort of rest?
I'm gonna say whilst you're like, because there's nowhere to like sit and rest, like on even on the boat itself. This because this area is dangerous. You don't know what might be here. This is if it were a video game, I'd be doing like you cannot rest while there are monsters nearby or something like that. Like it's
So
that.
there are monsters nearby.
Well, maybe there's not.
Giving it away.
Yeah.
Quick save.
We passed through the black mist
Yeah.
of the creatures.
Yeah. But maybe like there might be at some point. But right now, I'm gonna say you could certainly try, but it's gonna be very difficult on a if you have to like dive and go underwater again, that's no longer a short rest, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm happy to keep rowing my rowing boat.
I was rowing before.
Oh, I can take over if you like.
If you want.
Yeah.
Cool.
after
Great.
I would say you travel on this kind of like tight river for maybe another sort of 30 minutes, and then you just reach another point where you have to dive underwater to get to the next kind of sections. What do you want to do about it? Are you going to just leave the boat here, or are you going to
I will, yeah.
try and like drag it underwater somehow? I don't know.
I feel like it's a lost cause trying to take it underwater because it's built to be buoyant.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So
gonna be very
I
difficult.
will. Is there like an edge where I can just push it onto the edge where it won't get swept away?
There's probably like stones that you could probably wedge it into, but it's I mean it's risky. It's probably
Can I borrow some rope?
You sure? If this boat does float away, can't you just make a new one?
Every day.
Oh, right. Okay, so we should keep this
That's
one.
my
then.
whole ability for the
Okay.
day.
I mean, yeah, I
So if
think
we,
I.
it lasts 3 hours, so
We-
have to
Oh,
come.
if it only lasts.
I've got some rope. Yeah, we can tie it up somewhere around here.
Yeah, I've got some actual because I took more rope from the mining.
Did you imagine a hook thing onto this, or some kind of way to rope
got
it
the
up?
rowan head.
Just
Wrap it around the rowan head's
wrap
neck.
around the neck of.
Yeah.
It's kind of okay.
bit odd.
It's strange.
And the expression I put on the faces doesn't lend itself.
No. Okay. I mean, yes. I think we can tie this up. I've got some rope.
All right,
Thank you.
mark off your rope.
Actually, I'm a weasel.
I use
long
all,
has it
I'm going to
been
use
since I-
all 50 feet.
Oh, it's like probably not going to last that much longer. You were traveling for like 2 hours on the boat.
If we need a quick emergency and us plunging under, the other side is a little ropey.
I like that. I like
We
that.
can come back. We've got a little bit of time left with the boat, but it's going away pretty soon.
Okay. So how close do you think we are now to?
By your estimation, you should be coming on it pretty soon. Like maybe based on like when you, because you had Rowan, you had a strong idea of where you were going and roughly how long it would take. But again, it's very vague. Like it's not you have a detailed map or anything of these cave systems.
I close off the lantern and I close my eyes to reimagine what I saw.
Sure. It could be anywhere between another hour to 2 hours before you reach the point where you saw the lake and the crown steel.
We're close. Another hour or two of pushing. We'll be there.
So way ahead of us, is it really like thin corridors again, just the
Seems
same
to be,
sort of travel as it was before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
I mean, we have to push on, right?
Yes.
We've made it this far.
Okay. You dive under, leaving the boat where it was, tied up, and you dive under and continue your journey. At this point, what are you guys doing for light? Because this is all underground. Ophelia can see in the dark. We know that. That's fine. But what about the rest of you? Especially being underwater, things like lamps and stuff aren't going to work. But
I
Daisy,
don't
do you want to use your magic? So are you going to lead the way with a light source? Or do you want to put it on somebody else?
Probably. Well, I think I was trying to put it on
Rocks and
as we
stuff.
go.
Okay, yeah, sure. So as you swim ahead, you put it on a rock so everyone can see for like 40 feet. You swim ahead a bit more, put it on a new rock, because you can use it at will, right? So you just touch as you go. Great.
I'm also a candle.
Does that last until they dispel the
my
runes?
long rest.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Xanthias is currently glowing as well.
You're at least able for us to stay together, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Sure.
Like 10 feet of light.
For those that
yeah.
can't see.
Yeah.
Which is
After about an hour and a half, you again diving through like these tight, this is proper like caving, kind of like, you're squeezing through tight gaps, making your way through caves, all following this kind of river, this water source. But you begin to feel eventually that it begins to widen out. And it begins to curve around, and you can hear like lapping as if the water is brushing up against something. Not like that there's like waves, but there's like clearly there's something else. What do you guys do? There is no like light source ahead, or it's still going to be completely dark, but you get the sensation that you are reaching sort of the mouth of the river if it was like the other way around, like a point where it funnels into this underground river. And Rowan, you suspect that would connect to the large lake that you saw in the big cavern with the fortification.
I'll gesture to everyone quietly. Thumbs up. Pointing.
I will turn to Daisy. I will wave my hands. I will point to my head, point to you, and point to everyone else. And then point to my mouth.
But you've got the telekinesis up on Percival.
Oh, that was like
That's gone.
ages
it's
ago.
gone,
Yeah.
I can do it, but I can only do it with 3 people.
3.
Well,
Okay.
plus me.
So 4.
Yeah, so one person's always going to be left out. And
right.
Penelope.
I'll be left out again. Another group chat without old Zanzan.
You can go in it.
Where are you going to get your spicy beans?
And that's exactly why you're not in it.
Damn it!
Spamming.
Just endless spamming.
Hey guys, I just found this.
Deep fried cursed meat.
It's just Shadow the Hedgehog with a gun
Oh,
again.
of course it is.
So with that, Daisy, do you want to do that, or are you?
I can do that.
While Katie decides, so wild shape lasts for 2 hours. Am I like popped out of it by now? Like,
You're an hour and a half in, right?
About an hour and a half, so you got about 30 minutes left of the wild shape,
okay, so I'm still Weasel.
if you want to be. You can end it at any time.
I'll keep it just for a little bit. I just like the idea that maybe like
You've been hitching a ride on.
I've been
Rowan.
hitching a ride on the end of Rowan's scarf.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, easy
This
enough.
is the best
You weigh
day of my
nothing.
life.
You basically weigh nothing, so it's easy for Rowan to swim carrying you with him.
So for you, the Rowan boat never vanished.
No,
It
correct.
just became bigger? No.
Yeah.
Sentient? No. Yeah.
Shakier.
Warmer? Fartier.
Can Ophelia, creeping hand, pop her hand off? Get it
if
ready.
you would like to, yeah, absolutely.
Get ready to
Yep.
go.
Okay. Eventually, Daisy, you swim, you kind of cast a few more light on these rocks. Eventually, you reach a point where you cast light and, you're swimming. You realize that you're in complete darkness. Not magical darkness, but just normal darkness. And you illuminate and you feel that not that the current changes, but suddenly that tightness feeling and like these narrow things begins to widen and widen and widen until eventually, the river bends and twists one final time, suddenly opening up into an enormous cavern that stretches as far as you can see in the darkness. The water here has that golden hue. And those of you who are maybe suffering that headache in Xanthias, there is that touch of that magic here. Like you can feel that even just swimming in this feels different to the current that you've been currently swimming in. Like this feels more concentrated. And just beside you, as the sort of cave opens and widens out, you can see that there is a ledge, a kind of rocky ledge jutting out from the cavern wall, probably big enough for maybe like 20, 30 feet, sort of like across, maybe 10 feet wide, enough that you could pull yourselves up to and be on stable ground if you wanted to. But directly ahead, as you emerge from this cavern mouth, you can see a structure because it's lit from within. So in the darkness, it is visible, even though the gaps between it are immense amounts of darkness in between.
Okay.
What you see is at the center of the enormous lake, which is yeah, like I said, maybe hundreds of feet across, maybe more. You see a small rocky island upon which numerous buildings and fortifications you can see have been constructed. The dim lights within only give you glimpses of the building's shapes and its walls' outlines. You can't really make out any detail, but maybe you can see the sight of figures moving along the walls and amongst the buildings. As you emerge out, Gruff, and I'd say Daisy, you would hear a voice in your head as Nim would caution you. And Gruff, you'll have the thought at the same time, but I'm just going to do Daisy first. Nim would, seeing this and sort of, because I assume that you were always kind of relating to Nim kind of what you see, or you imagine it so Nim can see it. You would hear Nim's voice like, "Little one, you must extinguish the light. Tell Xanthius he must extinguish his light. Will be visible from here."
Okay. I will tell him.
And Gruff, you'll have the same thought of, you'll realize if we're in the dark and you guys are lit up and they're out there, they're going to see you in the same way that you can see them right now. So you have this sudden realization of and it might be too late, you don't know. I'm going to roll to see if anybody noticed you guys.
I don't actually think I can.
You could just expend a rune. You would have to just lose your runes.
I suppose so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Spend a fate point.
Okay.
You don't know what for?
I don't.
I'm
Yeah.
just enjoying Gruff's mini, just hanging out on the naughty fate.
It is in fate.
Put him there.
What good sign is it?
But yeah, so you have that kind of thought. What do you guys do? It has been nearly a full day of travel. I will say that you are all very tired. I am not expecting a long rest to happen, but I will tell you that it's probably going to be a case of, if you don't long rest, I'm going to ask everyone for a Constitution saving throw. If you fail that Constitution saving throw, you will gain a level of exhaustion. Okay. Because you have been traveling for basically a whole day.
Can we do the, what is it, epic?
Heroic.
Heroic short rest?
You can do a heroic short rest, yeah. It's only 5 minutes. Yep, you have one of those banked. Yeah, you've not, absolutely. You could do that if you'd like.
This would be the time to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So you can take a short rest in 5 minutes. I'd say you have to pull yourselves up onto that rocky ledge, kind of shake off some of the excess water and things like that as you kind of hunch down, meditate to regain some of your powers, or just take a breather to spend your hit dice as you look out onto this island fortification.
Would that cut into my weasel time?
It will cut into your weasel time,
5
yes.
minutes of weasel time.
Only 5
So you
minutes.
have
of weasel
25 minutes of weasel time left.
time. Sweet. Just weaseling.
And just to ignore the fact that you wouldn't be able to see the detail of the building itself just yet, but just to give you an idea of this, you can pass this around, or we can have this on the camera. So this is the large lake with the kind of island fortress in the middle.
Yeah, just rest it up against that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is feeling very Tears of the Kingdom to me.
Yeah?
The underwater stuff, under cavern stuff. I love it.
I can see it, yeah.
Oh boy.
So yeah, and I will mark, actually, I'll very just quickly mark where you guys are.
Okay.
Big X.
That's your name.
So we do a 5-minute short rest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm healed to full, which is good.
Nice.
What about them spells, though?
I got none.
Yeah.
Well, I got no level 3s.
I'm okay.
I'm not too bad for spells.
My wild shape's back.
Sorcery point's not great.
So we are
You're
top
the
left.
X, yeah.
The top
Northwest.
left.
So you can see that there are your light is sometimes obscured by the outline of a large rocky column that goes from the top of the cavern down into the water. So that is what these kind of grey rocks kind of are. And yeah, you can see the outline of walls and buildings, it looks like. Do try your best to ignore anything that is a little bit beyond your vision and is not part of that central building.
Sure.
As Weasel Gruff,
Yes.
so my move speed is 30 foot.
Yes.
Is it, and I've got dark vision, 60 foot.
This is like this is about 200 feet to that island. You're about 200 feet away from that rocky island.
And what about to the kind of rocks? So there's a little crop in of rocks that you've drawn there, or is that just art?
That is about 100 feet.
100 feet. Okay, no.
So dark vision, you can't make out any details. They're not rocks, they are like stone columns. They basically stretch up really up high. They're like giant stalactites or stalagmites, basically.
At this point, I'm gonna come out Weasel Gruff. I think it's
Sure.
it's out.
Sure.
Done out.
Words?
Out. No use. Bad.
It's out.
It's fine.
It's out.
You are no longer a
Outside
weasel.
as well.
You wild shape back out into gruff form.
Oh bloody hell! I'm cold. It's cold.
It's very cold.
Yes. You're from Iceheart.
I am from Iceheart.
It's not cold. It's not
You're
cold.
not feeling
It
cold.
must be freezing cold if Gruff is cold.
I'm a mimic. Ah,
Cut out this thing's heart. Rowan, is this similar to what you saw in your?
This is exactly it, yes.
So,
They're in there.
and the pile of.
The huge pile of crown steel is at the center of this island in the center.
The sickness is in there.
Yes.
Okay.
And so is your dragon.
Lady Veratheris, she's in there.
She's
Oh,
from my
gosh.
vision, yes.
Oh,
and
look.
our knight that we're looking for.
I mean, that's a pretty big place over there. I think I can see people moving around and stuff.
Yes, we should be careful as we approach.
Ophelia, I saw you did a hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
sorry,
she's done it again.
yes.
Yeah, she did it again.
Yes.
I don't want to see any bit.
Can that,
Sorry.
Can that hand go across the water?
I can send it across, yes, if you'd like me to.
I don't want to see it scurry on the water.
Because it has the stats of a spider, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can climb along the
Yeah.
wall.
It could go
Well, the
alongside
problem is
it.
it's an island.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
for it. Like it would have to go across
A
water.
spider
to get
can.
Yeah, they've got
A spiders are great in
the
baths.
density.
Yeah, I would say it can. Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
hand swim.
do you think you could keep it?
Like
I mean,
thing.
it is quite dark over there, but do you think you can keep it hidden? Because if anything sees that hand,
There is light within the
Yeah.
buildings itself. Like it has light sources inside there.
Does any light spill out beyond the island? Like
Enough
very
that you can
not-
see like outlines of buildings and stuff, but like the gulf in between is very dark.
Very dark. Okay.
I can only send it about 100 feet away, so
we need to
That's
get
not
close.
gonna go.
Well, between us and it, there is that patch of rocks. Maybe that would be enough
It's
for you
not.
to send.
It's not. It's a column.
Well, still, you can hide behind it.
I could turn into the narwhal again, and if Daisy puts her psychic powers on me, I could tell you what I see.
That's true.
But a
That's
narwhal, as I recall, is quite big.
something. Can you be a smaller?
Can I just get a reminder of everyone's passive perceptions?
Don't know.
My pee-pee.
No, you can't actually. I don't want to tell you.
Daisy.
Hang on.
17.
12.
12.
11.
What's your passive perception,
I don't want to say.
Xanthias?
I don't want to say.
What is it?
I just want to remind everyone of that natural 20 I rolled earlier.
I think it's like 9 or
Remember
something.
that?
And Penelope's would be 13.
I'm Xanthias and I can't see anything.
Gruff, as you are looking out and considering your narwhal plan, you would spot, even though, again, because there is a light source within this building, you see like silhouettes. You don't see any detail, but you can see sort of at the very edge, so sort of around here, facing towards you guys, it looks like 2 or 3 figures have gathered and a bright light comes on and a boat starts coming towards you guys.
Oh.
Well, that's
2 or 3 of these figures.
We could.
You quickly lose sight because this like cone of light is like shining directly forwards, and so you can't see anything on the boat. Like you can't, it's blinding you basically from that direction.
We could all get back in the water. We still
Okay,
can-
underwater we go.
Yes, under we go. Okay, yes.
Okay, so you guys are all going to go underwater.
Yeah.
Cool. Could I ask for stealth checks with advantage from everybody, please?
Very well.
Yeah. For everyone's benefit, I just extinguished 1 charge, which is enough to remove the light shot from Xanthias. I imagine there's a very dim from the runes, but not enough to...
Yeah, exactly. Not enough to cause bright light or anything.
28.
28 on the stealth.
14. No.
Oh, we're still -2 though, aren't we?
You are still -2.
Oh,
12.
so you slurp that good juice.
17.
Yeah, you could in fact drink some of the water here and it would boost you up. 14.
17.
It's right there.
17 for Ophelia.
Yeah.
He's boosted
15.
anyway.
15 for Gruff. Xanthias.
Mine was 9.
9. Okay.
Big cannonball.
Yeah. I let out a whoop as I dive in.
Just can't help himself.
Woo! Watch this!
I will cast the whispers on me, Xanthias, Gruff, Rowan, and I feel like you've got your hand.
Got my little hand here.
I don't know.
You
Might be
guys.
useful so that Ophelia could
Feed it
actually,
back
you
to
can
us.
see through the hand, right?
Yeah, but then she needs to communicate it back to us.
So yeah, that might be useful for
Well-
Ophelia to have it.
Who doesn't want it?
I'll be fine with that.
Okay, Ophelia.
Okay. All
I
right.
can't
Sure.
see shit.
Do you want to? Does it last a set amount of times? You have to roll for it. You have to roll for it, right?
5 hours.
5 hours. Okay. More than
That
enough.
might cover it.
How deeply do you guys go underwater? This is quite deep. This lake, I'd say it's like 30 feet deep. If you wanted to go right down to the bottom, and you have enough time that you can swim all the way down. You wait for maybe a minute, a couple of minutes, and you see a dark shape booming, light scanning around, pass above you, and it scans exactly where you just were. And then it begins looking into the mouth of the river where you guys came from. Boat stops for a minute. You wait, feeling your heartbeats, hearing the rush of water through you as the light scans and scanning the water left and right. Xanthias, for a moment, you just sort of like, maybe it's the crown seal on your chest, like you feel like a sort of pulse and you just a little bit of air. But the lantern continues searching. It looks through, seems to check where you guys came from, lingers for like 5-10 minutes, and then it makes its way back. But with water breathing and being underwater and stealth, it's not a problem. It makes its way back.
I think we avoided it, I
Undetected.
say in my mind. I think it's going back. I think we got away with that one. And I'll do a thumbs up to Rowan. You can't hear it.
I think staying underwater for as long as we can might be key right now.
Let's get closer to the island and maybe you can send your hand ahead.
Okay.
I'm pointing at my own head.
Rowan has an idea.
He puts out his palm and does a walking gesture.
What's that? I say...
Underwater.
Oh, wait, swim? You're saying swim?
He wants to stay here.
I'll point down, point at Rowan, point at me. And then I go as low as I can to the very bottom of this thing. And
Yeah.
hopefully everyone else is going low
Does
as well.
does it stay relatively level down here, or does it like get deeper?
It's uneven, but it doesn't necessarily go deeper, but
Right.
it's definitely uneven. Like,
So it could technically walk.
it's rock, basically. You could, but you might as well, because you'd still be at half speed anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can stay underwater until.
You can get, basically, with water breathing, and I'm going to keep those stealth checks for now. I might have you make them if you get any closer, but you can get 100 feet. So you make your way to the sort of first little section of rocks here. And you can kind of worm your way around those. Do you want to surface? Because when you're underwater, you can't really see any detail of the island, right? You
Yeah.
have to surface to like... This is, and again, I know that, that Metal Gear, when you do the water insertion, it's just like bloop, bloop, and then you're like looking around and then like...
Can I send the hand to surface?
You can, yeah, I mean, you tell me what you want to do with your creepy hand.
So just instead of like a big head coming up, like just the little hand can just...
And then you can
Yeah.
see...
One finger like a periscope.
Like a periscope.
So technically, that, because you can see through the spider's eyes, right? So we'll just say that it's, one of its fingers is its eye, and you're like, and it's like kind of using its fingers to like kick along.
I mean, before you do that, I'll wave to Rowan, cut hand symbol, point to Ophelia, and then point up. So you know what's going on.
Could
So-
someone hold my body while I do this? Because I lose control of my body. I won't be able to stay under the water. I'd float up.
Sure.
You can still move your body. You can do things like you can tread water and you can walk. You're just blind and deaf.
Yeah.
So you can just keep control of your body. So you might just want to have somebody hold on to you just in case. Yeah. But you have control of your body.
All right. So Ophelia's eyes roll back into her head. They go red, and then the hand.
And then you start floating up.
the hand just kicks up.
Drifts away.
And it can get 100 feet away from you, right? So I'll say that the maximum range, it would just reach the edge of the island.
Okay.
And you see that as it kind of swims its way along and gets closer, it becomes very clear that there is almost, not like a dock, but there is like solid chunks of rock that have been chiseled away into a sort of platform. There is, you can see that there are half-finished buildings. It looks like some buildings are under construction here. There are crates and barrels sort of strewn all over the place with supplies, wood, lumber, rope, nails, that kind of stuff. There is a set of stairs that lead to a stone tower, which has one of a device you've seen before, a ballista, a manned ballista with 2 guards who are currently just idly chatting whilst they're positioned on it. The wall extends to some other buildings in the far corner. Don't worry about trying to map this in your heads because there might just happen to be a battle map next week. But you can see a wall with what appears to be some sort of archer patrolling up and down it. In amongst the hand, you've got your dark vision through your hand, right? And this is kind of lit up in a lot of areas as well. You also see some other more interesting sights. Basically, in the middle of this island fortress, a section of the island itself has been dug away, and there is like a pool of water that connects to the whole lake. In that pool of water is a pile of what would have, to appear Ophelia, like dulled metal chunks of ore, some old pieces of armor, strange, twisted, almost like lightning frozen in iron and stone shapes, just piled together. And it's sitting in this golden pool that seems to connect to the rest of the lake itself. Up on a quite religious-looking altar, which would be, to your eyes, Ophelia, bound by chains, is a knight in a dragonborn knight in red armor with a red cape. He is bound, and his head is kind of lolling. One of his arms is grotesquely mutated. It is muscular and thick, and spikes and horns are protruding from it. And you can see that he is just sort of in a daze almost, not quite able to fully focus. On the other side of the pool, there is a half-broken statue of a draconic figure.
What?
Flanked by 2 pillars. Another stone building lies just to the side of this pool. And before the altar is a large, glowing, magical circle, standing in which is a about 8 foot tall woman. She is a bit heavier set. She has long green hair and these beautiful ivory, almost like antler-like draconic horns. Dressed quite simply, not ostentatiously like Lady Emberissa or Lord Ignarius are, looking a little bit more kind of cottagecore-y, I would say. But she's a bit of a plumper figure, and she is seemingly talking to or at a couple of reclaimers who are dressed not in the dark, shabby, burnt robes that you saw them before, but in resplendent gold, black, and red robes and ornate-looking ceremonial pieces of armor. And there appears to be some sort of conversation taking place. And you also, and the other thing I will mention is a lot of reclaimers patrolling this whole area. You would see that there are several patrolling the front where the hand kind of came, is currently stationed. There are several more sat around a table near some of the buildings. Some are just patrolling the island, it seems.
Do you have a rough idea of like numbers? Like how many
Yes,
there are?
because the hand can just sit in the water, and nobody's going to be looking for a little disembodied hand, little finger. You would spot from your position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the 2 ballistae crew. So you see 10. Again, some of them look to be wearing more ceremonial robes. Some of them are clearly soldiers wearing sort of that chainmail. But these look more, they look less ragged than the ones you fought before.
Okay.
And you can see that there are banners emblazoned with the same sigil that you've seen before. The air is heavy with incense and smoke. Even the soldiers, they aren't sort of slacking off. They are, even those who are sat around a table seem to be deep in discussion about something of great import to them. You catch snippets of conversation. Oh, the prophecy is nearly here. Finally, the day of ascension. The Golden Emperor has truly blessed us this day. When you listen in, you can hear the mages or the figures outside the magic circle speaking with what you assume to be Lady Verathera, given her tall form and the draconic nature of the scales and tail. You hear them sort of muttering things like, "You do not understand, Grey One. You are the vessel. Please accept our blessing. You will be greater than you can ever imagine. A world of wonder awaits for you. You and the other vessel, you will lead us to greatness." But you don't hear Lady Verathera back.
Looking at Lady Verathena, how does her body language look? Does she look relaxed? Does she look tense?
She looks. Give me an insight check.
2, so 4.
4 with -2.
2.
It's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
She's facing away from you. She appears to just be stood quite still, with the hand in its current position, even moving it, you can't see her face.
Bobbing around as well.
You just can't get a good read on it at this point, I would say.
All right. I imagine as this information's coming in, I've been relaying it back to the team in my mind.
I would
just
say
need
the
to
hand.
picture it, and
Yeah.
we will see it.
Yeah. The hand can see Sir Eldrak. Very clearly Sir Eldrak, the one on the altar who's chained up. And you can see he has these wrist manacles and things like that. He does not look okay. He looks like he's standing, but his head's bobbing around. It's like he's talking to himself. He's just kind of swaying on the spot. He's not straining against the chains or anything like that. And you can even see that a weapon has been laid on the altar in front of him. A beautiful halberd of red, crimson haft with a glow, a steel tip etched with, arcane runes. This beautiful halberd are laid before him.
I imagine there's the hand is seeing us, Ophelia's face and response is looking quite shocked. And the hand starts coming down.
Yeah, so it makes its way back.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of time. It takes a few rounds for it to get there and back and stuff like that. So it's probably about a minute by the time it comes back.
Yeah, and I guess then Ophelia will come too. It's not looking good, I'd say.
That is a lot of people up there.
And I would say at this point as well, you have that outline here on this. This is, with that information, you can kind of relay it. I will mark where you saw, so I'll put an E for Eldrak, a C for the crown steel.
Yes. Lolling around.
His head lolling.
Why is that so funny? That's a term.
Just lolling.
Yeah.
Hardcore lolling.
Lol.
So the magic circle is where Lady Verathera is, the E is Sir Eldrak, and the C is crown steel. So it's all around that kind of pool in the middle.
See where you put those markers.
Because I've had to use a pencil, I don't have a pen.
Just point at it and.
Right. So, well, I'll point to it anyway. So, because I also have to be able to see it. So this is the magic circle here.
The very centre.
Very centre, so that's where Lady Verithea is. So Eldrak is just on the edge of the pool, and then the Crown Steel is right in the middle here. The guards, there are several guards around this front area. This is the ballista up here. There is another guard, a couple of guards all around here. And then you said you've got these like buildings all around here as well.
Okay.
If you want to, you can pass that around as people need it and stuff as well.
So what's the plan? We need to get past all of these guards, obviously. That ballista's looking particularly nasty, but...
Well, it's only nasty at, I suppose, close range. Well, not close range, it's
The other way.
nasty long range.
Yep. I mean, we don't know if it can turn around.
True.
If we're in the middle of this thing and that starts firing down on us, then...
I will tell you now from the hands, from what you remember, it did look like it could pivot 360.
Yeah. So that needs to go.
Yes.
If we ever end up in the middle of this place. But even then, what's the plan? We,
Yes.
I wish I could speak. I won't impart any knowledge.
If you want to surface, you can talk on the surface.
As I was pointing around, I like, so 12 reclaimed. How do I do that? Like,
well, the number you're doing there is 17.
Podcast listeners, Rhiannon is trying
It's
to make
miming. They're
various...
playing
That's fine.
charades.
Yeah.
Rowan's just waving back.
big, crossbow.
I do a bow and arrow kind of motion.
Big.
Bit wide.
I do a big bow and arrow gesture.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Nod.
Yes.
What, you... Rowan?
I think
Grab?
Grab.
Maybe.
Potentially. Yes.
Waving hand. Kinda. For the rest of us, though.
Yes.
He is intending to use... That's a good idea.
It's
If
a
he
good
used
idea.
the ballista, he can take over that. That would give us good support when we're in the middle of this thing. But
Yes.
even then,
I don't know about...
Eldrak's not looking... We need to break those chains, of course,
Yes.
but even then...
Lady Verafina gives me cause for concern as well.
I think we need to get that halberd away from him as well. I
Yes.
don't like the idea, we don't know how far he's gone.
Yes. He does not look in a good way at all.
Xanthias, you need to stay away from all that crown seal as well.
Oh, I'll stay away from it, but I mean, you're going to need my help in there. Have you seen how many there are?
Well, yes, but I'm just saying don't go near the crown steel, the pile of crown steel in the middle.
Rowan, yes. Point, big, hat. You're going to use your big lantern hat.
No light. No light.
No light. Good idea.
Yes.
No light,
No
he
light.
says. We're not using light. Good idea, Rowan.
You can't hear them.
He gives up.
I thumbs up. Great. Same
I think I
page.
got it across.
I don't know how we do this, Xanthias. There's...
Maybe, I mean, you can climb up the walls. Anyone that can climb up the walls, maybe with different animal forms or flight, perhaps, they could start maybe taking out the people on the walls. But for me and Rowan,
Subtle.
not subtle, no. But I mean, if we go into the center of this place in order to break some chains of a crown steel infused dragon, then yeah, it's we're going to be spotted regardless. But at least to begin with, we can start taking out. Maybe controlling that ballista is a good idea.
Yes, element of surprise.
While we can all
One ballista,
communicate,
right? Just in the top corner
That's what the hand
that we
saw.
can see.
yeah.
That's what a hand saw.
At least while we can communicate as well, we can at least synchronize. Me and, like I said, me and Rowan, we're kind of in trouble right now. Hi, Rowan. Yeah, still talking. So it might be up to you three as best as you can to try and get to the top of the wall. But for me and Rowan, we're just going to have to break into the middle of this thing, I think.
Well, if I fly, there's going to be giant glowing wings, and everyone will see it. It's not subtle.
It's impossible to
not
stealth
gonna be,
with
it's
those
not
wings.
stealth.
Someone screaming as they fall from the top of the roof or when Ophelia bites into their neck is also not going to be subtle. I don't think we can do subtle.
I could try and swim up through that lake and the pond in the middle.
Oh, is that?
we haven't seen if that's possible.
Yeah, you said it was a pond with crown steel in it,
Yes,
right?
it leads to the river. Yes.
Yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's like it might be like
Right.
tiny things. Like you don't know.
Yes.
Like the hand couldn't see into it.
Oh no, he's swimming through all the crown steel. Oh, it's all in the
He
mouth.
keeps batting my face and arms.
I have the understudy ring. Maybe I could use that to disguise as a guard.
Fucking what? Oh yes, you do. You absolutely.
That thing that she got literally like 2
I
weeks ago.
Remembered an item.
Well done. You absolutely could.
For stealth.
I'm trying to remember the guards that when we went to the Ashen Citadel. Did you observe them for long enough? Like, does it work retroactively that you observe those people
You'd
for long
see them
enough?
for an hour.
Yeah.
First of all, you didn't observe them for an hour back in the Ashen Citadel.
We murdered them.
But there's nothing to stop you. You have like 24 hours of the water breathing thing. I'd say you've still got like 3-4 hours of it left. If Ophelia could literally have the hand just sit up there and watch a guard for an hour,
But that
this
was
means that
to-
you guys are spending an hour.
What was that to do? That was just because you can alter self, right?
Yeah, I can
Freely.
just disguise myself freely.
Yeah, but observing for an hour lets you do what with it?
It gives you advantages to pose as that person.
Right.
If you read it out.
Yeah. While wearing this ring, you may spend 1 fate point to cast the spell Alter Self on yourself. The spell lasts for 8 hours instead of 1. In addition, you may have the advantage on charisma, deception, and performance checks to pass yourself off as another person, as long as you have observed that person for at least an hour.
So you can still use Alter Self, you just won't get the advantage on the charisma checks if you don't observe them.
I can also alter self.
Can you?
What the hell?
When we can do that?
Just keep in mind, Alter Self doesn't change your equipment.
No. What equipment do I have? Crown steel.
Well, as in,
If
like,
anything, that
if you're
makes
not
me-
wearing their outfits and you
True.
walk up wearing your clothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. You're right.
But if you could get, like, one of their outfits, it's up to you. Or if you had another magic, somebody used an illusion to make you look like change your outfit, or I don't know, you had like a magic cloth that could be disguised. I don't know. You don't have that yet, but maybe you could in the future.
Yeah.
I have necrotic wood.
Yeah, you do.
I have a trophy, worth third place trophy.
What about that cloak that can make everything?
Is there anything?
No.
It doesn't have guard uniform, generic guard
It's like-
uniform.
I mean,
It's
just
like
an
shit,
alternate
like-
strategy, maybe.
It's like pole, rope, dagger,
Dogs.
lantern,
Dogs.
dogs,
Door.
coins.
dogs.
I mean,
There's an iron
dogs.
door.
Yeah.
What about a pit? It said you can make a pit.
What's the pit gonna do?
Bottom out the island.
Make a hole.
We pit Ignis.
It has to be placed on the ground.
Put it on the bottom of the island.
It doesn't reverse gravity.
It also it
No, it
can
makes a
use
hole
it
in the
to
island.
open a hole in the
I would
wall.
say that the ceiling is not the ground.
Yeah.
The ground has to be below you.
Fine. Sport.
But if you get onto the island and then you put the pit
Make a
down, if
pit.
it's thin enough,
Yeah.
it's a 10-foot pit, that would,
Pit.
I would allow that.
Maybe a pit.
A scroll of fly.
Oh,
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, no, you're
okay.
right. This coat of useful items is useless.
I didn't say it was fucking useless. I said I don't have something to disguise.
You can
We
disguise
can
as
do
a
a
20-foot
we can
ladder.
do a non-radiant fly then, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I don't mind it. Chris Trott has some input.
Flapping his hands.
That is my
yeah.
input.
Yeah.
Drown.
Rowan can't have input, but Chris Trott may have input.
What's your hot input, Chris Trott?
That was it. The coat. If the coat had anything useful, which it does, it's got a scroll of fly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is like, I don't know, you guys can take this in any direction. You can go in guns blazing. If you just want to, like, surprise attack, let's charge
I
in.
think
If you want to try and sneak in, Metal Gear it.
Metal Gear. I reckon the Alter Self as a Balliste Guard, swap places with Balliste Guard would be a good
Take his
surprise
outfit.
attack.
But you just need to take that guy out silently,
Yeah.
on your own.
Which I think you're more than capable of doing.
Climbing up the wall, yeah.
And you get a free necky wacky sucky work.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it that
God
way.
just walks up the wall. Hello, I'm here to relieve you. He just walks up the side of the building. Hello.
It's time for your shift.
Spider-Man meme.
Don't mind me, I'm Spider-Man. Yeah, I think they might be a bit alerted if somebody walks up a wall. Like, you could do that yesterday, Jim. Well, today I can.
Element of surprise.
Look that way. Snap.
Drink blood.
They can sneak up.
Where did you say Eldrak was?
Eldrak is in
Right by the
basically he's
ground still.
right by the pool. He's right in front of the ground still. He's on like an altar.
So yeah, I would need a sorcerer, warlock, wizard, or artificer to cast the
Yes.
spell. I can't cast it.
I'm a warlock.
Ophelia can use it.
I can't
That's
cast it.
druid race.
However,
Also-
it is a spell slot. It is a spell level higher than you can cast, so it is a check to see if you can.
Oh, I might
cast it.
absolutely
Druidism.
destroy
I'm a
them.
sorcerer.
Oh, he's a sorcerer. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm a druid who
your
casts
tele-
magic, but
your
apparently not that
telepathic
magic.
It's
ability.
it's a different kind of magic.
How many times can you use that?
I have 4 more things of my. It's not just that ability, but
It's
4
your
each.
side
You
now
go
as well.
up with Ophelia, catch eyes with Lady Verathera, connect with her to give her the download on what we're about to do.
I mean,
I don't know what side she's on.
Me neither, but it's
if
going to be chaos anyway. We have to fight a dragon.
If-
Hopefully,
And
convert
he's
them.
just like
Question.
looking at all of you, just like.
In a dungeon.
question,
I wave at
if-
Penelope.
the hand can see Verathera,
No.
And I can-
You have to see.
but
it.
if I see through the hand,
You can't see through the hand. Only Ophelia can.
But she can
But if she
communicate
projects
images.
It's not the same thing. That's her projecting an image thought into your mind. It is not the same thing as the magical connection to the spell.
It's a legal loop. It's like
You have
looking
to
at a
see
printout.
Fair
well,
enough.
I'm allowed.
It's literally being like, oh, this is the same as looking at Ryan Reynolds. Like, you know. It's,
That's a damn good drawing.
yeah.
But it's not
Why
the
am I
same.
looking at Ryan Reynolds? I don't know, but I'm liking it.
I'm just the idea of like, you know, a picture of a person is not the same thing as looking at a person.
So
It's the old Taskmaster mirror. I'm looking at you. No, you're looking at a mirror.
I
Just thinking
reckon
about Ryan Reynolds now.
Sure.
Chris Trott's final input is scroll of fly, so that Daisy and Ophelia can go up quiet instead of loud and proud, and then take
Flying is not invisibility. There is still a chance you can be seen while flying.
It's less than a radiant flight.
Yes, it is less than that. Yeah.
So getting
There's
up.
not really much point in giving me fly if I could, when we're probably rumbled, fly. So we
It's
should
more
probably
to
give it to someone
communicate
else.
to Lady Verathera
yeah.
before it all kicks
And you're
off.
quite stealthy as well.
To hope that
Yeah.
she
You don't need to
joins
fly
us.
to be stealthy.
Yeah.
You can just kind of Metal Gear it and sneak up.
Oh, if going up is easy, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can swim up to this island, like,
But then getting onto the ballista.
that would be a stealth check. That would be, like, stealth checks
okay.
or bluff checks or whatever.
I thought
like,
it'd be harder than that. So.
I mean, like, it is, you're going to have to, like, find a way up onto the walls and stuff like that. It is, yeah.
All right.
But that, like, flying up to the ballista tower is going to be very obvious.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to stealth that because there's nothing to hide behind. You can't stealth fly. Like, you just can't
Even
do
if
that.
Ophelia just walked up the wall or crawled up the
So
wall.
that would be more of a stealth check because you could actually like hide
Yeah.
whilst you're doing it. Flying, you can't really do that.
Or if
right?
I
down for that.
turned into a weasel again.
Yeah, that's
Climb
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, or I suppose like if you hug the wall, but if you just fly up from the water onto the ballista tower, that's pretty
That's more
obvious.
surprise attack
Yeah.
than sneak attack.
Yeah.
And then me, Gruff, and Zan, when we get the go ahead to storm, I drop kick you into the crown still. You turn into Super Zan,
Super Saiyan, yeah.
Super Mecha Zan.
Yeah, yeah.
And then unleash hell.
And then I destroy the world.
So I was thinking of actually swimming up through the crown steel pond. Like, can I look around and see if it is connected?
If you want to take some time, it would take you a couple of minutes to swim up there and then look around and swim back.
Yeah.
You can try that, yeah?
I want to see if there's like a bottom.
So you look, and what you find is it is like somebody has specifically drilled like holes that feed into that pool. So there's not like a big space for Gruff to swim through. Like you're talking like these
this
tiny
one.
things. Yeah. If you turned into like a tiny
Goldfish.
fish, like a goldfish or something, you could.
Or if one turned into an octopus that has the ability
Can
to
squeeze through
compression.
it. Yeah, absolutely. You could totally do that. Yeah.
Nice.
So you could jump up
But
from the mid.
only you would be able
Yeah.
to go through that.
You are
But yeah,
stick
you could
around.
totally
Yeah.
appear in that pool right next to them. Absolutely.
I will communicate that to everyone but the big one.
That is an
I
excellent
just wave
idea.
at Gruff.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, they seem extremely alert as well. Even just a second of our light at the end of the cavern sent a boat out.
It would have been a
maybe.
second. It would have been as you were traveling to the head of that mouth, all the light would have been floating through.
Okay, but I'm wondering.
So, and if they were looking out, like, and they saw a cavern that's always been dark
Yeah.
suddenly light up, they'd go check that out.
What's that? That's
Are
weird.
you
fuck is
able
that?
to maybe throw one of those lighty daggers?
No.
No.
They disappear when you throw them.
Oh.
They have to have it's like
Magic.
magic. It's
Okay.
It's like a
They're
blast
not a
magic.
physical thing that they disappear.
Could you cast light on something? We throw it down in a direction so that we can climb up the other side?
I mean, throwing, you can throw stuff like 60 feet max range. Like, you probably wouldn't be able to throw something far enough. I mean, I guess if you threw it 60 feet and then immediately moved off to the side, but it's not going to be a big distraction. Like, if you could, like, I don't know, like, shoot something like 300 feet, like an arrow or something. But again, if you're casting it on the arrowhead, then when you fire it, it's going to be...
I have a great distraction. Cast light on one of these bullets, and I'll fire the gun. They'll follow the light.
Yeah, that's definitely what will happen.
And definitely you'll think, where did that start?
Did you actually get the demon gun out?
I've still got it.
You do?
But
I'm just assuming it's been like buried in your bags.
I've never seen it.
It's like, I'm no good at using it. I haven't trained with it. I don't intend to use it.
Sure. Just let me know when you do pull it out.
Okay, will do. I'm not going to metagame this one at all. I look deeply at the gun. No, I don't.
Shake it a bit.
I think we should get as close as we can. Because they're probably going to see us, let's be honest.
I think you are probably the best at climbing up this wall and maybe getting rid of one person up there silently.
And Gruff with the octopus as well, that's an excellent idea.
It does put you right in the centre alone.
Well, I could try and get to Sir Eldrak, or at least get rid of that nasty weapon next to it. If he's
It
not...
wasn't nasty, it was a very beautiful looking weapon.
Yes, but nasty when you're in the other end of it.
Maybe.
It could be yours.
It could be mine. No, I feel like, yeah, if I go up, I could try and see what state of mind Sir Eldrak is in, and maybe if you take out the ballista,
Yes.
and we try and contact Lady Verithera, then all hell breaks loose and we just knock everyone out. Simple.
Or kill them. It's more likely.
Maybe not Sir Eldrak, though.
No, sure. Well, unless. Okay.
All right, just tell me what you guys are doing and when you want to do it. Or if you got any more
So,
questions.
are we
Yeah,
going
ask a
for...
question.
I feel like 1 or 2 people go for the ballista stealthily. Octopus Gruff. And then that leaves kind of like...
You will be quite separate. If you move
Yeah.
to get in position for that,
Yeah.
you will not be near those guys
Yeah.
if they try and get the ballista or something like that. You'll be,
Yeah,
sort of
we're
And then that's like
good combo.
Xanthias, Rowan, and Penelope need a thing to do.
Well,
So-
I don't feel like we should split up too dramatically, because if things do kick off,
We can have
which they will.
Yeah, we can have a couple of guys stay close to Gruff to act as defence.
I'll go with Gruff towards the pool. then.
No.
Okay.
Penelope will just sort of. Don't forget, I know Gruff mentioned this before, but I have a spell that can help people move quietly. It only lasts a little bit of time. Oh, she can't talk right now. Blah, 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 blah.
I think she might have a spell to allow us to move quietly.
She did say that before, and I was thinking that we should have used it.
She just need to get up into the air so she can speak and cast spells.
Pass without a trace, right?
Yeah, Pass Without a Trace. She can cast Pass Without a Trace once a day.
And it adds plus 10.
It does add plus 10 to your
So
spell
I'd
checks.
have a plus 20
To how many
to
people?
stealth.
That's what I
all
was
of
saying.
you.
You should go to the ballista.
Okay.
Because you're stealthy.
Well, definitely pass without trace the first moment we can
Just
get.
remember, stealthing is not invisibility. If you move
Yeah.
out of cover, if you are out in the open, no amount of stealth check, even if you had a 40 stealth check, if you are out very dramatically in the cover, the only reason it worked on Rowan is because he had like the tower to sort of like press himself up against, right? And like the other guys were coming the other way. It's the only, and there was distractions. But like if you're out in the open, it's not going to give you much help.
And I don't know if I can take people out in one go without, because I won't have sneak attack.
You'd
I
have
would
advantage.
I'd
yeah.
have advantage.
I mean, at the very least, I could get in and see how Sir Eldrak is. He and Lady Verithera are our priorities.
I don't think he's good. I think we're just gonna have to unchain him and
Hope for the best.
I feel like that's what it's going to be. I think we'll all be hoping for the best.
I would quite like to do the octopus thing and go up to Eldrak.
Are you doing that now?
I mean, I want to ferment the plan with everyone else before I go off. I probably don't need Pass Without a Trace
It's on like 10 people's.
You may as well take it if you get it.
If you want to do it, it just means that this isn't going to reveal you. You would all surface. Penelope would cast a spell. You go underwater again, right? Like, so you can totally do that. Like, she will mark that off. You all currently are under. While she's, I think is it concentration? It might be. I'll check.
That's why Tracy. No, it's one.
It's not. It's one and done. So 1 hour, I think.
Okay, so plenty of time until we get spotted.
Yeah. So you all currently have plus 10 to stealth checks.
That northeastern wall, that northeastern corner where the ballista is, where we intend to be sending up Ophelia along the wall to try and take out whoever she can up there silently.
It probably should be Ophelia and Daisy.
Yeah, it's just Ophelia can crawl up the wall, whereas Daisy's flying up there.
I'm not flying up there.
So Ophelia's climbing up the wall. What access does that give the rest of us if we were up in that direction as well?
I mean, you could throw a rope down and people climb up.
I've got a rope on me.
Did she?
How tall is the
Or
rope?
I was going to try and find a space where I could get close enough to the island to connect to Lady Verthera. Which would probably be better.
So you've got a range on your establishing
A mile.
link? A mile? Oh, no, as in, like, to establish it, to, like,
As long
connect
as I
it,
can
like-
see them.
As long as you can see them, so, yeah. If you basically just get anywhere on that opening area, you should be able to see her.
How tall is the wall where the ballista is?
About 30 feet.
Yeah.
The ballista's on, like, a little tower. The wall is actually only, I think, there's two sections of it. One's 10 or 15 feet high, and the other one is 20 feet high. And then the tower that the ballista's on is 30 feet high.
So is there what is like the quickest way for, say, me and Rowan not flying or swimming or walking up walls? Is it literally just this western?
You can see there. You can see. You guys are currently here. You can go. You can swim and go to a point you want. Obviously, there are like
a ladder onto the tower and stuff like that.
Oh, onto
how are they getting
the tower? You can't get onto the tower unless you're on the island because it has like stairs and stuff.
Can we see like that? How
So look,
are they getting up?
there's
to the
like
tower?
stairs and stuff that lead up
so
to
there
it,
is-
right?
yeah.
So they're up. So you could get up onto this like dock area here, and then you can take the stairs and then try and get onto the tower there. There was a ladder that you saw that goes up onto the ballista tower itself. But in terms of like, quickest or whatever, like you're just gonna have to decide that. Like,
I think that I should give the scroll of fly to one of you guys, Rowan or Xanthias.
cast it on them to begin with,
I can't
or
cast it
have
anyway.
somebody else.
So I think what I'll do is I'll take the button off the coat for the fly scroll, and I'll give it to Xanthias.
You
because
pull the
cast
little
it.
medal off that's got the scroll indication with a little wing on it, and it becomes a sealed magical scroll. Xanthias, you now have a scroll of fly.
First level. Oh, sorry.
Third level.
Third level, yeah. So I can cast
You can
that
actually
on.
cast it on two people then, probably.
No, it's third level is one person.
I thought it was third level was two.
Yeah, it's one person.
Well,
You get it at third, don't you?
I think
get it
that it would be more. It would make more sense to give it to one of you guys because if/when we get caught, I can fly anyway. So it feels like a waste if I use it on me when I can stealth in other ways.
Sure.
In my opinion, it would probably be useful for one of you to have it.
Yeah,
Just remember, it is concentration.
it is. My concentration checks are pretty good.
Just if you cast another concentration spell.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, it's just trying to take out guards
Maybe
individually.
any questions for me? Sounds like you have a vague plan.
We have a vague plan. It's just if Ophelia walks up onto the ballista, you're not going to turn around and say there's actually 7 guys on there.
Well, from the hands accounting, there were 2 crew. There was an archer on the wall behind them. I did say that.
Right. So if Ophelia walks on top of that tower, how many people are going to be up there?
2. I said there was a crew
With
of
an
2 on the
archer.
ballista with an archer on the wall behind them.
Yeah. That's.
I don't know how clear I can be, my guy.
No, I know. It's just.
No,
it's,
I think
it's
he means can the archer clearly see the, like if Ophelia was
Yeah,
up.
like I said, the wall is right behind it. Like, yeah, the archer will
it's
definitely be, yeah. But on the ballista tower itself, there are 2 crew, and then there is an archer patrolling the wall behind it. There's also like soldiers on the actual island patrolling around, like reclaimers there.
So maybe I start with the archer and then move over to the ballista when the archer's gone.
Well, I can come towards
Me-
the ballista for you.
Yeah.
You. As long as I
Archer.
can.
And then go big blister.
Well, I think
Slice throat.
I could go with you to the ballista, but
Okay.
I want to. I think if we sneak up from the just beside the dock area to go up to the tower, if you go up the wall and I go up, like more towards the stairs to get a view on Lady Verthera, so that I can connect on the way.
Sounds good.
The only thing about that is how many guards might be patrolling that dock area and the walkway.
So Ophelia would have seen there was one guard who was like walking up and down. Another guy was like looking into a bunch of crates, moving some stuff around. And there was another guy who was on like a training dummy in like one of these being constructed buildings.
Yeah, so there's more dudes there.
So there are 3 dudes there. Only one is actively like patrolling. And you'll be able to see on the map next week. We'll have like a full map, and I'll show you where all the guys are.
We could potentially take the ground people out.
Potentially.
Well, can Rowan be practicing front flips underwater? Because it's pretty cool to do it with Penelope.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
pointing at her.
She has to hold her hat when she does it.
Before we start doing all this, can we just surface so Penelope cast pass without a trace?
Yeah, absolutely. We're saying that that's already done. I'm not going to, of course, that was a part of the established plan that she was going to do that. All right.
Yeah, so I think we'll, at least me, Rowan, and Ophelia, at the very least, we'll head towards that northwestern tower underwater for all of us until you are able to climb up the wall, I suppose.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, at that point, we don't need to worry too much about that. It was more if you guys had questions or like figuring out what your rough plan was.
Are we going to win?
Yeah.
That's a great question. We'll find out. Yeah, ask the clever toad.
It says you'll find out next episode.
Oh.
No, it said outlook not so good.
Did it really?
That felt
But
more, yeah.
with that, we will find out next week. Stealth missions, famously very good on high rollers.
We managed it once in like
Yeah.
4 years.
Plus 10 now.
Got plus 10.
Trace.
But we'll find out what happens this will basically be the sort of culmination of this little story arc.
The
When
Reclaimer
can you recover? Can you help Sir Eldrak? Can you rescue Lady Verthera? We'll find out next time. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time. Stealth.